from the Athens Arena at the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia. It is time for a Saturday afternoon edition of Columbus River Dragons hockey. Hello everybody, my name is Liam Gotimer. As always, it is an absolute pleasure to be here alongside all of you as the River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters face off for the final time during the regular season. I should adjust what I said, by the way. I am Liam Go Time Gotimer here with you on a beautiful, once again, Saturday afternoon here in Athens. It's the River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters, a Continental Division matchup coming your way in just about a half hour. But before we get you there, let me take you back to the River Dragons' last game. It was Sunday, March the 15th. It was a 6-3 loss in Florence. It completed a trio of defeats on the road at the PD Ice Cats. With that said, here is Sunday's game. The Ice Cats take possession. We are officially underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying it's go time on tonight's game. So here is Tyler Barrow. He wears number 8. No player in the entire league has more points than him. And in talking to head coach Bichard, he mentioned that we could see quite a few lineup changes, and nothing that he told me about before the puck dropped as Snellenberg makes his first save of the afternoon. Jacob Snellenberg making his first professional start. He was thrust into the game on Friday night in relief of Trevor Babin. He played real well, as Vadim Frolov will send a slapper into the chest of Snellenberg. Right circle, this is pop-off, I believe. It trickles to the front. Snellenberg, can he track it? No whistle comes. Here's Hamilton at the line. Misses wide of Colgan. A slapper from the wall off of the stick of Jemaev, trying to catch Colgan by surprise. Here's a centering feed from Hunter. Jemaev whacking at it. Nothing got through to the net. And Miguel Diaz will lollipop it to the opposing goal line. And now he almost certainly will, and nothing got through. He wound up in the gear of Kyle Moore, who will bounce it north. It's Stefanini with Hunter. Hunter shoots out of play. Nathan Balkwill goes to the box. Hamilton shoots, Snellenberg the save. It comes out. Zajac there, so is Lykov, and Patekin will shove everybody out of the vicinity. But Zajac has it back, and he will roof it. Power play goal for PD. It's 1-0. Ryan Hunter will collect the puck at the line, and he'll dip to maintain possession. Wickline to the line, and Storjahan could not keep it in. So Barrow will turn. Storjahan will scoop it at the wall in his own zone. Golo, the lone forechecker, he'll now backtrack. And now Tyler Barrow. No player in the FPHL has more points than Barrow, but his pass, Golo was all over it. 40 seconds into the power play. Alex Storjahan gets a touch. 96 goals as a River Dragon as they score! Just like that, it's 1-1. Blink and you missed it. I certainly did. Tyler Barrow, it's 1-1. Abdella, the defenseman, will come out from behind the net and lead Lykov north. Here's Frolov, and Snellenberg got just enough of that. Meanwhile, Patrick Marcinkiewicz will hop around one. Houston Wilson all alone, and Snellenberg able to close the pads. Here's Drew Welsh. Where's number 23? He's been impressive this weekend. He centers for Laikov. Snellenberg got over to the far post. Hamilton will shake and shift over to the left. He goes down low. He'll switch places with Patrick's Marcinkiewicz, who works out high. Now left dot, rink wide, tapped in by Robinson. With half a minute to go on the power play, it's Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. What a dish in the slot, and Snellenberg. Best save of his professional career so far. Meanwhile, Barrow will slip by. He gets into the offensive zone. Alex Storjahan and Cody Wickline do solid work. There's a net front deflection. They score! Storjahan! And with that goal, Alex Storjahan has tied Austin Doe for the most goals as a River Dragon. 97 each. Defensive zone. Samaro's drive may have gotten blocked. Now Laikov, and Snellenberg was ready for that. So Miguel Diaz, he is the captain. Here is Houston Wilson. Robinson, one-timer from Elijah Wilson. Lair Patakin got his body in the way of that. Houston Wilson, Elijah Wilson did not shoot. Onto the tape of Houston Wilson, backdoor, Snellenberg down! And luckily it went by the near post and not past the goal line. Here's Miguel Diaz, Houston Wilson. An intercept from Jemayev. And off of the near glass it goes. Wilson calling for the puck, that's Houston. He's got it after a long stretch feed from Brendan Colgan. The power play is over in 1 second. Houston Wilson not ready to let this power play die, and they score. Elijah Wilson. Stefanini fights and filters to the circle. Shooting and scoring is Thornton. .925 to go in the second. It's 3-3. For Ben Stefanini, that's his first point as a River Dragon. He will allow Laikov to score on the backhand through the 5-hole of Snellenberg. Barrow will go rink wide for Moore, who sends it right back towards Barrow's direction. Barrow, though, overskated, and Houston Wilson first on it, and he will lay it all the way to the opposing goal line where Snellenberg stops it down. Storjahan and Gullo out of the penalty box in moments. Wickline, a back pass. Here's Hunter over to the right. Moore settles it down, a give and go with Colton. Hunter at the dot, he shoots, and a glove save made by Colgan. Play now back underway. Here is Dennis Zajac, number 8. He's stripped by Josh Colton, who did well inside of his own zone. Stefanini, far corner to the line. An extra poke check from Underwood. Put Zajac right on it, onto the tape of Marcinkiewicz. He's got Laikov to the left. He's got Hamilton trailing, and Hamilton picks the top corner. skate Scaldi. And Vadim Frolov, that a continuation of what happened on Friday night. The Ice Cats win this one by a final score of 7-3. Or excuse me, 6-3. The River Dragons lose 5-3 on Friday night, 4-3 last night, and 6-3 this afternoon.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
A warm welcome back to Athens, Georgia. Liam Gotimer here with you, your play-by-play broadcaster. Prior to the commercial break, you all watched the River Dragons highlights from their last game, which was on Sunday afternoon in Florence, South Carolina against the PD Ice Cats, a 6-3 loss. Columbus, despite losing the game, did receive 3 goals in this order from Tyler Barrow. Well, he just has a 16-game point streak rolling on, or excuse me, I should say a 17-game point streak, a 16-game point streak for Alex Storjahan, who scored the second goal of the evening for the River Dragons on Sunday. The third and final tally went to Brody Thornton, once again in a 6-3 loss. The goaltenders, well, Brendan Colgan, he earned himself the victory. The former Dragon made 27 saves on 30 shots, make it 2 wins in 3 games against the River Dragons for Colgan last weekend. While for Columbus, Jacob Snellenberg received his first professional start in between the pipes. Snellenberg made 41 saves in a losing effort. Turning the page, though, from Sunday to this afternoon, the puck drops at 4:05 p.m. But before the puck does drop, let's hear from your head coach, Jerome Boom Boom Bichard. It's Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends over at F&M Cigars. Coach, tough loss on Sunday afternoon. What did you see from your team?
Yeah, considering the whole weekend, I thought Sunday was probably one of our the better games of the weekend. Obviously, Friday night was a disaster. Saturday was better, but still didn't get what we wanted accomplished. And then Sunday, I thought we actually gave ourselves an opportunity to win, and just 3 games in 3 nights. And I know they played 4 and 5, but we did a lot of things better on Sunday than what it was. So you know what? When it's all said and done, I'm not happy, but better for stuff like that to happen now than at the end when it means something.
You mentioned prior to Sunday's game that you were changing some of the systems from what you had put forth on Friday and Saturday night. Is that something you're going to stick with, or was that just against PD to counter what they were putting at you?
Yeah, good question. You know what? I think we're going to, I thought we did exactly what we need to on Sunday. It disrupted their flow a little bit, type thing. So we'll probably stick with it against Athens on Saturday and kind of go from there. And if we have to make adjustments, we will. But that's kind of the game plan.
Last question about Sunday. Jacob Snellenberg in the net made his first professional start. How would you evaluate his game?
Yeah, you know what? He got thrown in on Saturday night, and then I thought I think he surprised some people. And then on Sunday, actually, I thought he played fairly well. You know, with his stature, you know, he did give up a couple goals up high, but I mean, those shots were coming right down the pipeline, and that can't happen at that point. So, I mean, whether Royce or Babs were in the net, who knows if they want to win it or not. But I like his attitude. I like his game as far as tracking and reading plays and knowing how he has to play because of his stature. So I thought he held his own.
What was your emphasis to the team in practice this week?
You know what? I mean, all weekend in the last little stint here, just haven't had a whole lot of puck support. We've had a whole lot of lone wolves. I don't have my pack. I need a pack. I need 2 and 3 guys around the puck all the times, and you know, that was really the gist of practice. And you know, the pack mentality is more of the guys without the puck going to the right areas for support and this and that. And you know what? I guess you can kind of look at our style, and it's like, you know, the guys do exactly what I say all the time, kind of, and then they forget to triangulate and re-attack the puck and all that stuff. You know, in the offensive zone, in the offensive zone, I'm like, guys, first touch to the corner, let's, you know, create time and space. Well, I mean, so they do that. So they ring the puck and they touch it, but then once we ring the puck, that person stays in the corner. I'm like, are you going to score from the corner of the rink? No, you got to get back into the mix, into the color, and all that stuff. So, you know, kind of identified a few things this week as far as that goes. As excuse me, as far as re-attacking and getting into areas where we're supposed to, and did a little bit of video, did a little bit of chalk talk, kind of, you know, really kind of breaking down our forecheck, you know, and not even so much on a dump, but, you know, where are guys going? I mean, yes, we've had a high guy all along, which is great, but at some point you have to join that 3-man triangle kind of thing or whatever and find out. And it's like they're playing safe. I don't need to play safe. I need to play right. That high guy, if he dives in, you know, PD would just do a quick give and go. I'm like, if you dive in, you need a puck. You need the puck, or you need a man. You can't have neither, and that's kind of what's been going on. So I'm like, just body. You got to get one or the other. You need the puck or the man. You can't get beat by a give and go and have a 3-on-2 that way. So worked on that, and a lot of communications, making sure everyone in that room kind of understands, you know, what your job is, and, you know, if you're the high guy, if you're the low guy, first man on the forecheck, where's number 2? Number 2's got to be there, type thing. So anyways, a lot of puck support, a lot of that stuff.
How do you think the team was grasping that message throughout practices this week?
Well, good and bad. You know, indecision and time is the worst thing that you can have. And, you know, we just got to play quicker and more direct. Like, I mean, if you have the puck and I skate 2 feet towards you, I'm already out of position, move the damn puck. Like, you're already out. So with you holding on to it, everyone else is waiting to see where it's going, and we have no transition. So we just got to be quicker and a little bit smoother on that. And again, if our D are playing slow and our forwards are playing fast, my D are at the top of the circles in our end, and my forwards are at the far blue line. Not good. So we just got to move as a 5-man unit and get the puck and go to work.
On a separate note, how's Mike Wynn doing?
Winner should be all right. He skated all week. I think he twinged it the other day, but he's a warrior, so I'm willing to think he'll be fine.
Brad Fortin brought in. What do you know about him, if anything, or how is he going?
Yeah, he's a 6'1", 6'2" foot guy that skates fairly well. Got some good skill. I think he's hard on pucks. I think he will help out on maybe the second line with Hunsey and Morsey, and kind of go from there. He's going to be coming in blind. He hasn't skated with us, so he will be in the lineup on Saturday. So we'll see. He'll get his feet in there pretty quick.
Any thoughts on who's going to start in goal on Saturday, or still up in the air?
Still up in the air, but it's looking like Roisey will probably go, and Babs will sit on the bench.
New look Athens Rock Lobster team from the last time that you saw them. They bring in Gus Ford. They trade away a 40-goal scorer last year in Case and Gallant. How do you absorb that blockbuster trade and the difference in roster that they have now?
Yeah, you know what? Ford's a different player than Gallant. They're both fairly quick. Ford's not super fast, but he's very shifty, and he just has that knack to hold on to the puck and do a little shimmy shake kind of thing. And I don't know. We'll see. I might try to do some matching and see if I can get a match on that line and see if we can't shut them down.
The last time the club was in Athens, big time win with a comeback in the third period. How do you replicate that this weekend? And on top of that, only one game this weekend, which is something you haven't had the benefit of in about a month.
Well, I really don't want to replicate it because it was a comeback win. I just want to get out and not give it up type thing. But no, I mean, it's no secret that we haven't been playing well the last couple games type thing. So it's a good test. And, from here on in, we're not playing any mediocre teams type thing. So everyone plays the right way. And this will be kind of some playoff hockey. I mean, it's either going to be Monroe or Monroe or Athens that we play. So, it's a good look, and we'll know exactly what we need to do to win. And again, it all comes back down to effort combined with trust, with a little execution, and we should be fine.
Coach, it's now time for your fun question of the interview.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
You can hardly wait?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Saturday is an afternoon game, so I'm curious your favorite afternoon. No, I'm just kidding. I had to bring it back from when I did. So, different question for you. Do you play any musical instruments? And if you don't, which one do you think you would play?
I don't play any music instruments, and you know what? I would probably play the saxophone.
The saxophone?
Yeah.
Got a reason why for me, or?
It's just sexy.
All right, Coach. Thank you for your time. Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go, Dragons!
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
A warm welcome back to Athens. Liam Gotimer here with you. The puck will drop in around 5 minutes. It's the River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters for the 8th time this season. Columbus searching for their 3rd win against their in-state rivals. With that, it's now time for the Pest of the Game, which as always is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. This is not a new Pest of the Game. Whether we're playing Twin City, that was before the trade, or the Rock Lobsters now, it's always Gus Ford. A new number, he shifts from number 10 to number 25 as he goes from one Continental Division team to another. Gus Ford, the forward who stands at 5'8", weighs 190 pounds, out of Tillsonburg, Ontario, 30 years old. He is today's Pest of the Game. To combat the Pest of the Game is the fire starter of the night, and it's Alex Storjahan. There are many statistics that I can associate with number 4, but just one to bring your way prior to the puck dropping. The next goal for Alex Storjahan will put number 4 all alone atop the list of goals scored in Columbus River Dragons franchise history with his 98. As the Rock Lobsters get introduced to their fans, here is how the River Dragons will line up this afternoon. Some changes for head coach Boom Boom Bichard. Ryan Hunter, he goes to line number 1 on the left. In the middle, it's Alexander Jemayev, number 71 on the right. Making his professional debut, it's Brady Fortin. He wears number 61. The second line, Alex Storjahan, number 4. He's on the left. In the middle, it's Tyler Barrow. Cody Wickline, number 10, as always, is on the right. The third line, Joel Texmo. He shifts from the extra forward slot up to the third trio of forwards. He'll play alongside Ryan Galvin, number 28, and Scott Doherty, number 13, with one extra forward. That is Ben Stepanini, a game-time decision. On defense, Nathan Balkwill, as always, paired up with Kirk Underwood. Brody Thornton, he will play with Josh Colton. River Dragons playing with just 5 defensemen this afternoon. Justin Samaro will shift in and out throughout the first 2 pairs. In goal, it's Trevor Babin, backed up by Barney Slayton, who wears number 30 with the club, without Tyler Roy and Jacob Snellenberg. With that, here is the national anthem at the Aikens Arena. A ravishing rendition of our national anthem as we continue to get you set for puck drop as the River Dragons take on the Rock Lobsters on the road. Before the puck does drop, though, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody watching, I'd love to remind you all that it's time to head back into the future. The Turn Back the Clock merch collection has officially landed. Don't be the only one at the rink without that classic retro look. We've got fresh hoodies, tees, and gear for the kids available right now at ourdragonsmerch.com. Inventory is moving fast, so secure your gear today and get ready to rock the barn on March 28th. That's ourdragonsmerch.com. Get it before it's gone. Scan that QR code right in the middle of your screen. And River Dragons fans, listen up. Up for grabs right now on Dash is a one-of-a-kind collector's item, a Hunter Bersani game-worn Hockey Town jersey, which the River Dragons will be wearing today, signed by your entire River Dragons roster. These are the jerseys you usually only see during practice, but tonight we brought them to center ice. Want to take it home? Entries start at just $10. Pull out your phones, open the Dash app, or scan that QR code, and lock in your chance to win a true piece of the game, featured by one of the most beloved River Dragons of all time. Hunter Bersani. Don't wait. Get your entries in right now. It all starts by scanning that QR code on your screen.
And for our third puck drop, Piedmont provides cancer care for patients across the state of Georgia. Piedmont physicians support newly diagnosed cancer.
A few ceremonial puck drops here in Athens. So let me set the stage for all of you in this first period, which as always is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Chick-fil-A in Midland. Columbus will skate from left to right. The club is wearing their Hockey Town jerseys with the teal letters numbers along the back and on the sides. The Rock Lobsters, they're wearing specialty Stick It to Cancer night jerseys. They will skate from right to left. They have purple letters numbers along the back and on the sides. Columbus opens up with the line of Tyler Barrow, Cody Wickline, and Alex Torjahan. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Let's play hockey indeed. On defense, it's Nathan Balkwill with the captain, Kirk Underwood. In goal, it's the Dark Knight, number 72, Trevor Babbitt. For the Rock Lobsters, their starting goaltender is Carter McPhail. He wears number 33 for Athens. The Rock Lobsters still without William Lavalier, who is in the ECHL. Backing up Carter McPhail is Matt Sales. It's Alex Storjahan and Garrett Milan at the center ice face-off logo. The puck has been dropped. We are officially underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying it's go time on this afternoon's game. The River Dragons, 25-16, 4-3-1. They have 87 points, third in the Continental as Babin makes the save immediately. This is a delayed offside, so Milan does not want to touch the puck. The Rock Lobsters, they are in first place in the Continental Division. They are 32-8-0, 3-4. They have 110 points. As the Rock Lobsters have a little bit of trouble with the puck behind their own net, that was Michael Greco, who wears number 98, but McPhail had no issue. High slot, a rip from Maye, and Babin slid way over to the far post. Meanwhile, Wickline with Storjahan and Barrow. Storjahan shoots! Just missed past the helmet of McPhail. The puck comes out for Thornton. He'll lay it softly for Storjahan, who's forced to recollect at center ice. Columbus, as I mentioned at the top, losers of each of their last 3 games. All 3 of those losses came in Florence against the Ice Cats. Here's Ryan Hunter. He'll cycle it down low past Brady Fortin, who wears number 61 and is making his professional debut. Congratulations, Brady. Hunter's pass goes awry and all the way down onto the paddle of Trevor Babin. Babin in his last appearance made 39 saves on 44 shots, a loss. That was in Florence on Friday night. As Alexander Jemayev shoots, that's blocked. At the line, the puck whipped across from Balkwill to Samaro. It hit a body in front. Perhaps it was a dragon. Samaro pinched in, so now on the rush, it's the returning Eric Neely for the Rock Lobsters. Neely actually returned in Athens' last game, and he secured himself a hat trick. Neely, of course, the veteran, spent a good amount of time with the Macon Mayhem, as turning and shooting is Ryan Galvin. That was a turnover from the Rock Lobsters. Here's Doherty from the corner. The captain shoots, and he wrung it off of the iron. Kirk Underwood came awfully close to finding the back of the net. The far post, though, there to assist McPhail. McPhail 21-5-0, 2.88 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. There's a face-off win from Galvin. He'll win the draw, but it will be Luke Croucher, number 3, who will turn away from Galvin, force number 28 down to the sheet, and now stretch it ahead. Calgen, the rip, and missed. Babin. Babin was crashed into by Croucher. Both players okay at center ice. Here's Scott Doherty, right wing side. He'll fire on and force McPhail to stick it to the far wall. Solid start for the River Dragons here. The shots on the board, 3-2 Athens, but I would argue perhaps Columbus has the advantage in that category. Definitely the better of the chances towards the goaltender. Here's Garrett Milan, number 10, the FPHL's MVP last year. Gus Ford over to the far circle. Maye's pass went nowhere. Wickline will hustle. He cannot get there ahead of Milan. It would have been a breakaway for Storjahan had he been able to. This is the first game the River Dragons are playing against the Rock Lobsters in which they're seeing Gus Ford as a member of Athens. And here he is. Gus Ford wearing number 25. He is today's pest of the game. He'll filter it down the wall. The captain, Carter Shinkarik. Far side circle. He'll drift over to the right dot. Fire, save made by Babin. The rebound came out. And he'll leave it there on the sheet for Wickline to pick it up. Wickline will skate out with Barrow. Wickline shoots. Blocked off the lower leg of a Rock Lobster before getting to the net. And out to Columbus ice it goes. Babin will get a lift on the puck. In the neutral zone, though, this is Eli Leafers, who wears number 24. He'll swipe it into the zone. Leafers, a big body up front for Athens. He's checked by Jemaev. Ryan Hunter's got it, and he'll lead Fortin. Fortin will sidestep. Number 4, Joey Kolatarsi. All three forwards in the far side corner of the ice looking to pick the puck out of the pile. But it's Leafers that does so. That was a weak feed. Immediately intercepted by Balkwill. Fortin takes a hit to make a play, but Jemaev was just a little bit late arriving to that puck. So Neely, near side wall, wrist shot, rebound, comes out, Babin stretches. That was Jonathan Bartuccio Pereira. That's a defenseman for Athens that was in the net. Babin okay. We are exactly 5 minutes and 5 seconds into this game. Here's Leafers, he shoots, and how about Kirk Underwood from the back, applying just enough pressure to make sure Leafers couldn't get 100% of that shot. So on the offensive, the River Dragons searching for the game's first goal. Doherty's pass to the line. Colton shoots, they score! Deflected right in front of the net. It's Joel Texmo. Let's take a second look. Colton got it to the front. And number 95 got his stick down and deflected it right past McPhail. It's a 1-0 River Dragon lead, 5:25 into the game. For Joel Texmo, that's his 4th goal of the season. He did not play on Sunday in Florence. Back in the lineup with Skate Scaldi suspended. We'll have more on that and the first goal of the game when we come back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. It's 1-0 Columbus on the road.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Five minutes and 36 seconds into this afternoon's game. The River Dragons have a 1-0 lead. The goal was scored at 5:25. The goal scorer, Joel Texmo, assisted by Josh Colton and Ryan Galvin. Faceoff will come inside of the defensive zone for the River Dragons. Here's a one-timer off of the stick of Joey Colatarsi, a stay-at-home defenseman, look to get into the offense there. Josh Colton, Alex Dorjahan, Tyler Barrow whacks out in midair, and McPhail kicks it aside. Some impressive hand-eye coordination there from Tyler Barrow. What can't this guy do, seriously? A chance for Athens, does not get through to the net. Here is Pereira to the top. Barrow will one-hand it north. Barrow a 3-on-1. Barrow, Storjahan missed the net. Wickline sent it through the crease. McPhail makes a glove save on the follow-up. We have a stoppage. A reminder that the next goal for Alex Dorjahan will be his 98th as a Dragon. That will set the record for the most goals in franchise history. He's also on a 16-game point streak. 31 points in that span. As there's another deflection. Thornton got that one. McPhail made the save, and he turns around in frustration as his team gets it only as far as center. Gus Ford has trouble with it. He'll filter it to the far wing. Balkwell will turn it the other direction. Here's Samuro joining the rush. Onto the tape of Hunter. Hunter high slot, and he misses the net, and the puck goes into the mesh.
Thank you to First American Bank and Trust, the exclusive banking partner of the Athens Rock Lobsters. First American Bank and Trust, strong, stable, here.
Jemayev will take the draw. Alongside him is Brady Fortin, Ryan Hunter, Justin Samuro, and Nathan Balkwell at the back. The puck won cleanly away from Jemayev. Samuro tries to keep it in, and well, Fortin does well along the wall to keep it in. Just for a moment, but there's that pressure, right? At center ice, you forced Athens to make a pass up through the middle of the ice, which they don't want to do. Ryan Hunter is standing at the red line to push it right back in to the offensive zone. It may not turn into a scoring chance, but it's little plays like that. On the counter, it's Athens. Gus Ford, a ton of trouble with the puck. Doherty with Jemayev. Doherty, near side, and another save made by McPhail. That rebound was so juicy. My goodness. There's a pad save made by Babin on a Gus Ford shot, but hey, those are the types of chances Gus Ford is going to get. You'll take that. Meanwhile, Doherty for Texmo looking for his second. He got a tip. McPhail was ready. Colton went back to the line for Kirk Underwood, who will have to go on the chase after the biscuit. The River Dragons have trouble with it. Colton with a whack. Back out to center it goes. The captain, Carter Shinkarik, nearly comes together with his own teammate. That was Colatarsi. The puck filtered out to the middle, and finally a frustrated Maye will get it deep. This has been an uncharacteristically tough start for Athens in their own building. Here is Galvin from atop of the right circle. That one caught by McPhail. River Dragons better keep shooting on McPhail. A couple of the pucks that have come his way this afternoon have handcuffed him. Here's Barrow off of a face-off win, and he misses the net. My, oh my, this start for the River Dragons. This might be their best 8.5-minute start to a hockey game of the season. There's another turnover. Storjahan shoots, it's blocked. Samuro goes across it, and Wickline went to the back door. And the Rock Lobsters get out of trouble. This is one impressive showing from the River Dragons. Wickline from the dasher to the front. Storjahan couldn't get his stick on it. So the captain Carter Shinkarik will lead by example. He'll skate it all the way out, test Babin, just to get a shot his way. That's the 7th of the period for the Rock Lobsters. The quantity may be there, but the quality certainly isn't. The River Dragons have both. They have a goal, and they are out shooting their opponent 10-7. Today is Stick It to Cancer Day at the Athens Arena at the Classic Center. Special white uniforms being worn by the Rock Lobsters, Columbus wearing their black Hockey Town jerseys. Thornton goes in hard on the forecheck. Pereira. He'll drift to the side away from Jemaev and subsequently ice the puck. That's an icing on the opponent, brought to you by Air Force Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Carter McPhail, the clear #1 for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Strong numbers across the board and the ability to consistently give his team a chance to win. One of the top goals against averages and save percentages in the entire FPHL. Eric Neely goes after it, but Nathan Balkwell will pick it up below the goal line. Puck chipped by Hunter to the neutral zone. It's sauced in over the attacking line, picked up by Leafers, barely onside. Neely, the net drive. Neely's got it back. He'll let it go for Leafers. That's a formidable frame behind the net in Eli Leafers, who wears number 24. He joins Philip Virgili and Eric Neely. Shot from the left point, Babin blockers that aside. The Rock Lobsters without 3 of their top forwards today, as Jemaev takes a heavy hit right next to his own bench. I'll tell you all about that after this Leafers chance, as Babin aces that test. Athens without Daniil Glukaryov, Gleb Van Durken, and Malik Johnson. Playing with just 8 forwards today are the Rock Lobsters. But Columbus playing with just 5 defensemen without Lara Pateka. So Texmo will go for Doherty, who will send it to the line. Colton shoots through traffic. It hit a body. That was Texmo, who will just swipe it over to the far dasher. Galvin on the backhand. Couldn't whack it out of midair, but he'll push it back to the blue line. River Dragons utilizing their points a good amount early in this game. That's what led to the goal. Colton picked it up on the outskirts of the offensive zone. Joel Texmo tipped it in. That sequence is what accounts for the first and only goal of this hockey game. This is Gus Ford, he wears number 25. His pass behind the net, Brody Thornton all over it. Thornton onto the tape of Texmo. The pass intended for Wickline, intercepted by Jesse Lowell. Galvin will move it up ahead. Breakaway, Cody Wickline! Save made by McPhail, he closed the pads. A chance one way means there may be another the other way, as a slapper from Maillet. Trevor Babin said, no way, Devin Maillet. 8:10 to go in the period. Another media timeout. The River Dragons ahead 1-0.
All right, here's the game plan. Tickets, food, drinks. You forgot popcorn. Popcorn, please. I'm talking about the family 4-pack.
That's a new play?
Even better. 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 Chick-fil-A entrees, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns, all for just $40. Boom!
Did somebody say boom?
Coach, can families run that play too?
Only if they act fast. Clock's ticking.
The family 4-pack, 4 tickets, $40. We'll see you at the rink. Let's go, Dragons.
The Columbus River Dragons are back inside of the Lair on Friday, March 27th and Saturday, March 28th, as the club takes on the on-row moccasins. The puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday, where we wear red, remembering everyone deployed. Then on Saturday, the puck drops at 7:05 p.m. with the atmosphere expected to be electric. Get your tickets at the Columbus Civic Center box office now or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score! Let's go, Dragons!
.809 left to play here in the opening frame of hockey on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, which as always is presented by Chick-fil-A in Midland. The only goal of the game to Joel Texmo, his 4th goal of the season. Prior to the timeout, you all watched Trevor Babin make a flashy glove grab on defenseman Devin Maillet for the Rock Lobsters. Face-off won by Athens. Maillet has another bid at the net. He'll take it and miss just high. Kaljan goes to battle with his opposite number. That's Nathan Balkwill. And Balkwill lifts it up over the glass into the netting. Both Alex Storjahan and Tyler Barrow on the ice for the River Dragons. A 16-game point streak for Alex Storjahan, a 17-game point streak for Tyler Barrow. The aforementioned Storjahan wins the puck back for his team. He'll reach to try and keep the puck away from Croucher. Unsuccessful in doing that as Maillet shoots into the breadbasket of Trevor Babin. Let's start with Tyler Barrow, a 17-game point streak, 43 points in that span, 18 goals. He's achieved a multi-point game in 13 out of his last 14 games. He's achieved 11 points in his last 4 games, and the craziest stat of all, 44% of Tyler Barrow's current point total has come during this 17-game point streak. A false start on the draw, so the 2 number 10s will do it again, Milan and Wickline. Milan wins it back, and it hops over Shinkarik. Shinkarik just made the recovery ahead of Barrow. But Wickline will fight through everybody anyway. He shoots and a blocker save made by McPhail. 2 breakaways for Cody Wickline. Here's Barrow. Wickline is the 3rd time the charm. He went for Storjahan instead. And Storjahan forced to play it back on behind. Columbus all over the Rock Lobsters. Here comes another chance. Barrow, patient. He'll pull up, turn his back. Underwood skates in, and a cup grab made by McPhail. It's the Carter McPhail show in the opening 12 minutes and 45 seconds of this afternoon's game. He's got 12 saves on 13 shots. 10 of those saves have been on high quality scoring chances for the River Dragons. So Kirk Underwood in this first period has hit a post and has gotten absolutely robbed by Carter McPhail. But this is still a one-shot hockey game. Underwood will glove the puck down. He'll get it to the goal line. The River Dragons dig it out. Fortin down low for Hunter, who will play it back for Underwood. He shoots it, took a deflection. So Kolatarsi will try the other side. The River Dragons on it. Hunter from the top, and a glove stop made by McPhail again. Columbus peppering the opponent goaltender with shots. Oh baby, don't you love some hockey on a Saturday afternoon? To everybody watching on YouTube Live, put it in the chat. I want to know where you are all tuning in from. Thank you all for tuning in, by the way. It's much appreciated. There's an icing on the River Dragons. The faceoff will come to the defensive zone. Next to Trevor Babin. Babin 12-5-3, 2.99 goals against average, a .911 save percentage, as I mentioned. During this first period, 39 saves on 44 shots in his last start. The last time Columbus was in this building, though, the Dark Knight got the dub in between the pipes, 37 saves on 40 shots as he waffle boards that drive away from Neely. Meanwhile, Fortin, far corner, offensive zone. He'll take a lap around the net, hustle to his own puck, get to it in the neutral zone, play it to Hunter, and Hunter will skate in on the attack. Hunter sauces it for Somero, who picks it up. Somero's feed, clubbed down by Colton. He whacks at it, he misses once. He goes into a battle against a Rock Lobster, who wins said battle. But right there at center ice is Ryan Hunter to get down and shoot it in before going off for a line change. Babin comes out of his net in an attempt to retrieve the puck. It comes to Calgin near a wall. Here's Croucher to the line. Closing the pads was Babin. Meanwhile, Doherty, he'll pull up against Calgin. His feed goes awry, intercepted by the Rock Lobsters, so Lowell will peel back with 5:35 and counting to play here in the first period. The River Dragons out shooting the Rock Lobsters 14-10. Shinkarik, the captain, near wing, Croucher, he'll dance. Galvin has them all wrapped up. Now Galvin will work out with Texmo. Texmo shoots, and McPhail squeezes the puck. .5:16 to go in the opening frame. The final media timeout. We will be right back.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right?
Who are you?
It's simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca. Aunt Joni, how is your husband Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
That was the quickest return to a media timeout I've ever seen. We're back. Sorry to Pepsi, we will play your commercial again at the next chance. That really is a fun commercial. Here is Alex Storjahan playing alongside Tyler Barrow and Cody Wickline. Storjahan keeps the puck moving behind McPhail. Finally, it's picked up by the Rock Lobsters, and it's chopped over for Neely, who wears a new number. It's number 59. Number Neely wore in Atlanta. He wore number 7 the early portion of the season for the Rock Lobsters. Now back to his normal set of numbers. Gus Ford. His pass blocked. It bleeds back to Shinkarik at center ice. He gets a tip from Milan. Babin softly touches it for his captain. And now Storjahan looks for the tape of Barrow. He missed it, but Barrow will continue to apply the pressure to Shinkarik. Shinkarik does evade that pressure, and despite the forecheck of Barrow and Fortin, the Rock Lobsters will get it deep. That should be an icing, and it is. Now it's the media timeout we should have had. Wasn't my fault. I'm always on 10.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right?
Who are you?
It's simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca. Aunt Joni, how is your husband Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you. To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi, I'm not needed here.
Have a great party, guys.
That really is a perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
Welcome back to some Saturday afternoon hockey. Liam Gotimer Gotimer here with you. Columbus has a 1-0 lead over the Rock Lobsters in the 8th and final meeting in the regular season. against the Crustaceans, as they like to call themselves. Alexander Jemayev will creep into the far side face-off dot. He's got Ryan Hunter and Brady Thornton on his wings. Brody Thornton and Josh Colton on defense. Hunter turns and flings to Carter McPhail, who was blocked before getting to the goaltender. The puck chipped by Athens all the way down the ice. This should be and is icing.
Icing on play brought to you by Livewire Athens. Party over VIP, only at Livewire Athens. Fans, if you have a pest problem at your home, like a money ranch, certified to River Dragons, trust the professionals at Aero Exterminators. Aero Exterminators has been the trusted choice in pest control for the Athens area. Visit aeroexterminators.com.
The River Dragons today without Lucas Texmo, Skate Scaldi, Mike Wynn, Yaroslav Yevdokimov, Tyler Roy, and Jacob Snellenberg, as a shot from the left wing side. That was Brody Thornton who took it. Hit a body before getting to the net. So Leafers chases and passes. Flex off of a twig. That of number 63, Jonathan Barduccio Pereira. Whiffing on a shot is Virgili. He's got it back now. Near side corner. He'll take a hit from Jemayev. Leafers gets all tied up by Colton. Pereira will pick it up at the left point. Pereira to the net. Whistled just by the dome of Trevor Babin. Is Brody Thornton on the offensive. He looked across. Forced McPhail to slide over to his left. Doherty at the blue. He gets it down low. Pereira has no other option but to go D to D for Shinkarik, who will try the high glass. Doherty had gloved it, but that puck had just too much momentum. So Babin out of his crease again. He'll leave the puck off for Nathan Balkwill, who got the start this afternoon. 16th game of the season for Nathan. He receives a return feed from Doherty. The puck chopped though by the Rock Lobsters, and shooting is the blue liner. That is Luke Croucher, caught by Trevor Babin, who said, I'll take that puck right out of the air and freeze play. With a trio of twos on the clock. Fans, be sure to stick around during the first intermission. Of course, I will break down the hockey game up to this point. I will take you all on a drive around the FPHL for our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Zelmo Zippin. The standings entering play today, and parts 3 and 4 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee, featuring the man who just made an arm save, Trevor Babin. Balkwill will get to the red line. He'll relay it into Rock Lobster territory. Just past the 18-minute mark of the opening period of hockey. Joel Texmo has the only goal. Here's Croucher. Lost it. Samaro with his head up and 3 forwards to look at. He goes for Galvin to Doherty. The third player gets a touch. That was Texmo, who got ridden into the far dasher. The biscuit still did get to McPhail, who was forced to make a save. Now I don't believe Scott Doherty appreciated seeing Joel Texmo get crunched up into the wall. That's Michael Greco. What are the officials going to do here? Are they going to take Michael Greco? And Greco wants some more at Joel Texmo. Greco goes to the box, and perhaps Texmo will now join him thanks to that shot towards the lid. We'll see if the initial penalty was to Greco for the hit, and then 2 minutes each for roughing for the aftermath. That could potentially put the River Dragons on the power play. There is 100 seconds to go in the period. The shots are 17-12, Columbus. There's the aftermath. The only shot we see is a very small bit of the glove hand of Joel Texmo connecting with Michael Greco. The penalty's still not put up onto the board. But the River Dragons have 4 players out there, as do the Rock Lobsters, 2 minutes each indeed. The 2 clubs will skate 4 aside. Milan's got a man forward, missed the net. Oh my goodness, very seldom do you see Gus Ford go all alone, deke out the goaltender and completely miss the cage. Now Underwood and Colton will skate out. Underwood drops it back, Barrow to the back door, they score! Oh baby, what a passing play by the River Dragons, finished off by Josh Colton. That's what I'm talking about. Let's take a second look. Oh, they're not going to show us. It was a thing of beauty. I'll show you all in the highlight tape on YouTube right after the game. I'll get it right up for you. I mean, come on. Underwood. My goodness. Just to have the wherewithal to drop that back to Barrow, who wasted no time going to the back door. Oh, McPhail had no chance. It's 2-0 Columbus with a $1:12 to go in the period. The 2 teams will still skate at 4 aside. It's still Greco and Texno in the box. And again, that comes with Gus Ford getting the grade A scoring chance on one end. I mean, he was just inches away from tying the game. He just completely missed the net. Then Underwood skated right out on the rush. It was a 2-on-1 that turned into a 3-on-1. And once Underwood was able to find Barrow, the goaltender was dead to rights, because Barrow was either going to shoot or go for a wide open man at the near post. And he went for the latter, and oh baby, Josh Colton did not miss. Carter McPhail has been excellent in this first period. 16 saves on 18 shots. This game could easily be 3-4-0 Columbus. This will be an icing on the River Dragons. Guess we got to go to the hockey towns more often. Whatever's bringing the good mojo. 3 losses last weekend in Florence. Today, though, a much, much different story. It's really a testament to this team, playing with 5 defensemen today without Lair Patakin, without one of their top goaltenders in Tyler Roy. It's that next man up mentality. Brady Fortin making his professional debut, playing in the top 6. And the River Dragons will skate off of the ice and into the locker room with a 2-0 lead on the road in Athens. And the player at the far side corner of the ice, giving every single member of the Dragons a well-deserved fist bump, is the goaltender, Trevor Babin, who went 13 for 13 in that opening frame. For those watching on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, here are some highlights from the period. Of course, I will have a full breakdown of the frame once we come back from our commercial break. The 2 teams will skate at 4-on-4 for the opening 20 seconds of the second stanza of hockey, which begins in 22 minutes, a little bit of an extended intermission. So if you are keeping track, oh my goodness, we have some quick math I need to do. We will be back at 5:06. Let me know if I got that right in the YouTube live chat. But I would love you all to stick around with me, because when we come back, the entire period will be broken down by yours truly.
Hey, playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
We've got a dragon down on the ice.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. And whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Let Shred Away, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
Hey, it's Bill, your foodie guy, and you know I love food, right? So we've teamed up with Mike and Ed's Barbecue in Columbus on Schaumburg Road and our friends at Pepsi Buffalo Rock to create $1 Wing Wednesday. Look what I've got here. I've got a pile of wings, I've got my celery, and I've got my free Pepsi. I'll see you at Mike and Ed's on Schaumburg Road in Columbus. $1 Wing Wednesday. See you there.
A warm welcome back to Athens, Georgia. Liam Gotimer here with you. After 20 minutes of play, the River Dragons have 18 shots, they have 2 goals, and they have a lead of 2 goals over the division-leading Athens Rock Lobsters. The first goal of the game was scored at 5 minutes and 25 seconds into the first period. It was Joel Texmo, who wears number 95 for the River Dragons. For Joel, that was his 4th goal of the season and his 12th point. For Joel, that was his first goal since Military Appreciation Night when he tied the game in the 3rd period. The goal was assisted by Josh Colton and Ryan Galvin. This was Colton at the blue line having an opportunity to take a shot to the net. It was Joel Texmo, a big body right in front of the crease, screening the goaltender Carter McPhail, and was able to get a deflection on that puck and push it right past the netminder for the Rock Lobsters, pushing Columbus ahead by a score of 1-0. Once again, 5 minutes and 25 seconds into the period. Columbus would continue their strong play shortly thereafter and throughout the remainder of the period, and they would get rewarded at the 18:45 mark, and it would come right after a grade A+ scoring chance for the Rock Lobsters. It was Gus Ford. Now, with Athens, not wearing number 10 anymore, wearing number 25, he had slipped through the defense like he tends to do throughout his entire illustrious career in the FPHL. He had deked Babin, shot towards the stick side of the netminder, missed the net. I say it so many times, right? You have a good chance one way, there's bound to be a better chance the other. That's exactly what transpired for Columbus. The captain and defenseman, number 11, Kirk Underwood, scooped up the puck inside of the defensive zone, and he was off to the races. Outside of the goaltender, there was one last line of defense for Athens. So it was a 2-on-1 for the captain. Alongside him was Josh Colton. Very seldom do you see 2 defensemen work out on an odd man rush, but that's what happened. Tyler Barrow, the leading point producer in the entire Federal Prospects Hockey League, he decided to join the party, received a drop pass from Kirk, And Barrow had one of three options. He could take the shot from the mid slot. Very rarely does he miss from there. He could go back for Underwood, who was waiting at the far post, or pass the puck for Josh Colton, who was filling his lane over at the near post. Barrow decided to pass the puck for Colton, and that might just be the easiest goal that Josh Colton may ever score in his FPHL career. A credit to the River Dragons for one sensational first period. I talked about it around 6-7 minutes into the period that this could be the best start to a hockey game the River Dragons have had all year. That's all things considered. Being on the road, taking on a division leader, of course coming off 3 difficult games on the road. It was clear from the start of this game that the River Dragons brought their A game to the Athens Arena at the Classic Center this afternoon. They scored 2 goals, both of them at even strength. Of course, that's so important too, right? As you're heading towards the postseason. Having the power play humming, that's wonderful. But you want to be able to score at a more efficient rate at even strength. And to see Columbus already doing that in just 20 minutes of game time, it's a testament to the way the River Dragons are playing this afternoon. Let's hope that they can keep it up through the final 40 minutes. It's going to be easier said than done. The Rock Lobsters, one good team, but they're only playing with 8 forwards today. Down 2-0 once again after 20, the home side. The goaltenders, Carter McPhail, 16 saves on 18 shots for a long time, even after Columbus scored the opening goal of the game. The star of the show was the goaltender, Mr. McPhail. He finished the frame surrendering 2 pucks past him, but he still made 16 saves. While on the other side, Trevor Babin, 13 for 13, back in the crease after Friday night in Florence. The shots on goal leaders for each side. We will start with Athens. The Rock Lobsters are led by Eric Neely, who had a hat trick in the last game for the Rock Lobsters, and Devin Maye, number 19, who got a couple of good looks towards Trevor Babin in the period. On the River Dragons side of things, they are led by Josh Colton, who has 2 shots on goal. In total, the River Dragons out shooting the Rock Lobsters 18-13. There were 2 penalties taken in the period, and they were both taken at the same time. It was 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct to Michael Greco, number 98, taken at 18-20, and then 2 minutes for the same infraction to Joel Texmo, once again, at 18-20. You have to wonder if there was going to be an extra penalty given to Joel Texmo, but some jawing back and forth resulted in some pushing and shoving. Both players went to the box. Not a bad thing for the River Dragons, though. Columbus did find the back of the net just 25 seconds into the 4-on-4, which has 20 seconds remaining on it when the second period begins in 12 minutes and 45 seconds. Of course, Greco, no stranger to the River Dragons, played 48 games in Columbus during the 2022-23 year. 31 points from the back end, 224 penalty minutes, providing much of the same during his second stint in Athens. We're going to send it to a quick break. Then when we come back, I've got the out-of-town scoreboard presented to you by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin, and a look at the standings around the FPHL entering play today.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right?
Who are you?
It's simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca. Aunt Joni, how is your husband Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you. To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi, I'm not needed here.
Have a great party, guys.
That really is the perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Report! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage?
All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
A warm welcome back to Athens. Liam Gotimer here with you. A 2-0 lead for the Dragons with 9 minutes on the intermission clock. That's how long it'll be until the puck drops on the second period, with the River Dragons looking to snap 3 losses in a row. With that, here's the out-of-town scoreboard presented by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. No games outside of Columbus and Athens have started. So, looking ahead at 6:05 p.m., it's the Biloxi Breakers. They are in Winston-Salem taking on the Thunderbirds. Less than an hour after the puck drops on the Breakers and the Thunderbirds, it'll be the hat-tricks of Danbury and the Watertown Wolves. That game begins at 7 o'clock, being played at Watertown. The Topeka Scarecrows and the Port Huron Prowlers. Topeka looking to get back on track. The puck drops at 7:05 p.m. in Port Huron, as the Monroe Moccasins taking on the PD Ice Cats. That game being played in Florence. That game was not played last night. Some ice issues at the Florence Center. We'll see if they do indeed play hockey tonight, but that game holds a good amount of playoff implications. So we'll certainly see. Right now, it's slated to go on ahead. The Baton Rouge Zydeco and the Blue Ridge Bobcats. That game begins 15 minutes after the Moccasins and the Ice Cats. The puck drops at 7:30, and one final game to tell you all about outside of the River Dragons and Rock Lobsters, of course. It's the Binghamton Black Bears and the Indiana Sentinels, live from Columbus, Indiana at 7:30 p.m. That's your out-of-town scoreboard, presented by Zelmo Zippin. The standings entering play today are as follows. The Athens Rock Lobsters, they are in first. They have 110 points. The Monroe Moccasins are 8 points behind, while Columbus in third, 15 points behind the Moccasins entering play today. The River Dragons, Moccasins, and Rock Lobsters have all clinched a spot in the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. The PD Ice Cats are in fourth place. They need to play some games in order to clinch their spot in the postseason. They could use Twin City to lose some games as well. Right now, it's too close to call. Those two teams separated by 11 points. In sixth and seventh, it's the Baton Rouge Zydeco, who have 42 points. Not a large amount of points on the board for Baton Rouge. That's still 22 points more than Biloxi, who statistically are the worst team in the FPHL with just 20 points. The Binghamton Black Bears, they lead the Empire. They have 15 more points than the Athens Rock Lobsters. They have 125 points. They have clinched a playoff spot. They have clinched the division. The Binghamton Black Bears are the standard of the Empire, trailed by the Port Huron Prowlers, the Blue Ridge Bobcats, the Topeka Scarecrows, the Danbury Hattricks, the Watertown Wolves, and the Indiana Sentinels. We have exactly 5 minutes and 45 seconds on the intermission clock. Please enjoy part 3 of 4 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee featuring Trevor Babbitt.
If you ice it, you just would be able to forgive yourself? Or
Yeah, I mean, obviously you get over it, but
yeah,
it's just something I haven't tried yet. So,
Babs, if you go bar down from the opposite goal line, I'd lose my.
yeah, right.
That'd be pretty awesome for sure. So, Trevor, transitioning to your time in professional hockey, how did you get involved initially with the FPHL and your time in the league?
Well, I was in junior, my last year junior, and this is when Battle Creek was around. And I guess both their goalies got hurt or something, and I was only a couple hours away. They needed a goalie, so they called me, and I still find it crazy out of all goalies they could have called or anything, they called me out of junior. And came in, I think it was the first game, I faced like 55 shots. We only lost like 2-1 or something like that.
Goodness.
And then didn't start the next game, but we ended up losing like 4-0. And I came in, got a shutout through the rest of the game. I don't know what time I came in, but yeah. From there, their one goalie came back, so they got rid of me. And then I guess this was the COVID year. There was a dispersal draft, and out of the 11 goalies that Battle Creek had, they kept me and the other guy, some other guy on the roster. And Elmire ended up taking me in the dispersal draft. So I was there for COVID year, didn't play, tore my groin. And then the next year I was gonna go to Delaware, and they wanted me to go there, but then they were like, you could play your 21 year in junior still, so they want me to go do that. So I was going to, but I didn't want to. So I actually was gonna play some ACHA Division I. And right when I was getting ready to hook everything up with the academic advisors and everything set up, Delaware called me 2 days before I had to book my flights and everything to go to school. And they're like, hey, we're going down to Carolina tomorrow. Do you want to come with us? I'm like, what do I do? So I was in a spot, school or the Fed, and chose the Fed. And the rest is history. I started the first game and started every game after that.
That's amazing. And before coming to Columbus, you made your mark in Motor City with the Rockers. Talk to me about your time there, and additionally being teammates with Mike Wynn and Josh Colton, who are now both River Dragons.
Yeah, no, I loved my time there. They took care of me, and yeah, it was definitely a good organization to play for, and all the guys that were there, whoever was running it, and coaches, players, they were all good people, and I'll definitely remember them for a long time.
Absolutely. So then you come to Columbus recently. How's your time been in the Fountain City and getting acclimated with this wonderful fan base that we have?
I love it down here, and the weather, it's like 30 degrees back home in Philly, and it's like 70 here or something like that. So no, like probably like 65, but yeah, I mean, just being down here, nice weather, everything with the organization and the people, yeah, it's all been great so far. I have nothing to complain about.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
All right, here's the game plan. Tickets, food, drinks.
You forgot popcorn.
Popcorn, please. I'm talking about the family 4-pack.
That's a new play?
Even better. 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 Chick-fil-A entrees, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns, all for just $40. Boom!
Did somebody say boom?
Coach, can families run that play too?
Only if they act fast. Clock's ticking.
The family 4-pack, 4 tickets, $40. We'll see you at the rink. Let's go, Dragons!
The Columbus River Dragons are back inside of the Lair on Friday, March 27th and Saturday, March 28th, as the club takes on the Monroe Moccasins. The puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday, where we wear red, remembering everyone deployed. Then on Saturday, the puck drops at 7:05 p.m. with the atmosphere expected to be electric. Get your tickets at the Columbus Civic Center box office now or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score! Let's go, Dragons!
20 minutes on the clock, both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Athens Rock Lobsters for the second of 3 regulation periods of hockey this afternoon at the Athens Arena in Athens, Georgia. Hello everybody, Liam Gotimer back here with you. The River Dragons have a 2-0 lead thanks to goals from Joel Texmo and Josh Colton. First, it was Joel Texmo, his 4th goal of the season. Once again scored at 5 minutes and 25 seconds into the opening frame. The goal was assisted by Josh Colton, who took the shot from the blue line. Joel Texmo deflected it in. The secondary helper went to Ryan Galvin, number 28. Then at 18:45, with the 2 teams skating for a side, it would be Josh Colton, the blue liner for the River Dragons. He would find the back of the net thanks to pristine passing from Tyler Barrow. He is who passed the puck to the eventual goal scorer in Colton, and the captain, Kirk Underwood, who started it all in the defensive zone. For Josh Colton, that was his 10th goal of the season. In his 50th game, Josh Colton now has double-digit lamps lit. In this second period, the River Dragons will skate from right to left. They are wearing their black Hockey Town jerseys with the teal letters and numbers along the back and on the sides. While the Rock Lobsters, they will skate from left to right, wearing their white uniforms with the purple along the back and on the sides. Once again, the 2 teams will skate for a side. In the box, Joel Texmo and Michael Greco. 20 seconds remains on the minor penalty to each player. It's Garrett Milan and Alex Storjohn at the center ice logo. The puck has been dropped. The River Dragons take possession. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the second period. Garrett Milan will skip and hop his way to the left wing, now to the high slot, and he'll score. 19 seconds in. The first shift of the period results in a Athens goal. The FPHL's MVP last year gets his team rolling. Here in the second, it's now a one-shot hockey game once again. Both Michael Greco and Joel Texmo are out of the box and onto the ice. Milan will chip the puck ahead to himself again. Bodying him right off was Nathan Balklow. That's what you have to do against a player who's as shifty as number 10 is. He knocks the puck down, and the slot, he nearly scored again. This time, Babin got his pad to it. It hasn't been as explosive of a season for Garrett Milan this year as it was last year for number 10, but still very dangerous. He's an elite offensive driver and primary playmaker for this Athens team. 34 years old, he's now got 30 goals this season. 53 points. A shot from a sharp angle. Babin ready for that one. So Shinkarik will work back on it. Shinkarik, the stretch through the middle of the ice. Always dangerous when you do that as a defenseman. And the River Dragons will try and make him pay. Barrow shoots and McPhail answers. A shot from number 8. Wickline will cycle it around. To the near boards it goes. Brody Thornton holds the blue. Shinkarik takes a hit. The puck turned over. That was Alexander Jemayev and Cody Wickline laying the boom onto the Rock Lobster, forcing the turnover. Cherry picking a little bit in the neutral zone was Eric Neely, looking for a breakaway pass. Babin collects that with a plum. 2:03 into the period. That's where the Rock Lobsters can be so dangerous. 4-on-4 hockey. We saw so right there out of Milan. He once again scores his 30th goal of the season, 19 seconds in for the second period, assisted by Gus Ford and Devin Maye. So the Pest of the Game brought to you by Cook's Pest Control, already has an assist. Here's Jemayev inside of the defensive zone. Oh, how solid Alexander Jemayev has been defensively this year. Meanwhile, Ryan Hunter looks across. The puck gloved down by Fortin. He ran out of real estate and now is hit along the wall, but he will not relinquish possession of the puck. He continues to fight. Croucher, though, will peel outside of the blue line, get to the neutral zone. Columbus will try and relay it the other direction with intent, but Pereira will pick it up. He'll go outside of the red line, get some support in John Calgin, and force Babin out of his net. Babin plays it out himself. Maye inside of his own zone. Ford rink wide. Lowell has a man draped over his back. That was Galvin. Still gets it behind Babin. Samuro will go D-to-D with Balkwill and get the puck back. He will get it out to neutral zone ice. Chasing after it is Scott Doherty, number 13. He'll pull up at the dasher, send the pass into an open space, but Maye the first on it. If you're just joining us, we are 3 minutes and 25 seconds into the second stanza of hockey this afternoon. The River Dragons scored twice in the first period, had a 2-0 lead to start the second. Garrett Milan has made a 2-0 score, 2-1, with his 30th goal of the season. If you missed it, for Columbus, the goal scorers Joel Texmo and Josh Colton in that order. Here's a neutral zone takeaway. Ryan Galvin, far wing. He'll pirouette, get away from Neely. To the line, Colton shoots. I believe McPhail may have gotten a piece of that with his blocker. Meanwhile, 2-on-1, it's Neely and Lowell. Neely waits, goes across the ice, and Galvin was positioned well to perhaps get a piece of that pass. Meanwhile, 3-on-2 for the River Dragons if they hurry. Texmo, what a pass! Shooting is Colton, and extending the blocker was McPhail. That was Josh bidding for his second goal of the afternoon already. Four and a half minutes into the second period. Maye lays it up ahead. It's deflected into the offensive zone for the Rock Lobsters. Rolled around, collected by Leafers. Leafers watched by 3 River Dragons, and guess what? They take the puck. Barrow through a tight area for Storjahan. Wickline joins. Storjahan's got it. Along the wall, Wickline, Barrow, one-timer, and McPhail got a piece of that puck with his shaft. That was Samuro who let it rip quickly. Managing the blue line well are the River Dragons once again. Tyler Barrow atop the zone. Here's Wickline, the pass, Thornton. Has the puck on his backhand. He couldn't collect it cleanly, and his follow-up feed does bleed past the blue line, so Samaro will have to squeeze out to neutral zone ice. Barrow will play it up ahead to himself. What a shift for number 8, but offside, whistled down. We're 5.5 minutes into the middle frame. Let's head to our first media timeout of the period.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Oh my cheese. The new OM cheeseburger from Applebee's. We took our juicy all-beef patty, melty American cheese, crispy applewood smoked bacon, spicy honey mustard, and fries, and put it on a sizzling skillet of cheese. So push the cheese, pull the cheese, love the cheese. Too much cheese? Never. Applebee's new OM cheeseburger for $11.99, also on our 2 for $25 menu.
Gus Ford will take the face-off, opposing Alexander Jemayev. And Jemayev takes the puck away from number 25. The chip and chase for Brady Fortin. Fortin will body the puck to himself. Jemayev comes to join the fray. Hunter atop the zone. The puck deflected off of his skate. Now Gus Ford on the offensive. Milan for his second goal of the period. Save, rebound, and Babin got to the follow-up too. Meanwhile, Fortin, he'll get bumped as he works into the attacking end. The Rock Lobsters will get it out. The puck deflects, though, off of the skate of Hunter, so that allows Jemayev to retake possession for his team. He'll play it back to safety. Thornton to Balkwill. Balkwill's got his head up. He'll toss it inadvertently into the lower body of Greco, so Balkwill will have to try again. Here's the River Dragons rushing ahead. Thornton shot the puck. It was blocked. He'll pass it to Galvin, who slaps it off of the wall. Missed high over the head of McPhail. That will allow Virgili to work out on the counter. He'll take a hit, but feed it for Leaper successfully. Babin makes the glove grab. For Trevor Babin, that his 17th save of the afternoon. Carter McPhail has made 19 saves on the other side for Athens. Today, the 8th meeting of the season between the River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters. Columbus 2-5 head-to-head this year. River Dragons outscored 39-26 during the season series so far. The most recent meeting, though, was a win right here in this building, 5-3. The River Dragons taking down the Rock Lobsters on Education Day as Shinkarik shoots. Babin makes the save just 3 seconds after the puck was dropped to his stick side. The River Dragons allowed 6 goals in 4 out of the first 5 meetings against the Rock Lobsters this season. As I just mentioned, they allowed just 3 the last time they faced them. This has been a season series of adjustments for the River Dragons against the Rock Lobsters. And despite just being 2-5 entering play today, I think Columbus matches up quite well against Athens. Joel Texmo was driving to the net. That was a saucer feed that came his way. He just couldn't knock it down. But how about that offensive awareness from Scott Doherty just to realize he had an opportunity to get it there. So Balkwell will boot it. The puck passed into the grasp of Leafers, who will display a dangle around a River Dragon and then subsequently smack the puck off the glass and into the lower bowl. A very large crowd here in Athens for Stick It to Cancer night. Croucher takes the face off. Normally a blue liner. We have a false start. That's Storjahan taking the draw for Columbus. A reminder that the next goal for Alex Storjahan will set the all-time goals record in franchise history for the River Dragons and bring Alex Storjahan even closer to 100 goals as a Dragon. Sitting at 97 right now as he gets a touch on the puck. Pereira will wand it into the River Dragons zone, so Balkwell turns it over. Kaljan shoots. Babin makes the save. Barrow will clean it up. Wickline with Storjahan. Wickline shoots into the near side corner. He'll take a hit right next to the Columbus bench. He'll come back into the play as on the offensive are the Rock Lobsters. How about Brody Thornton, though? Smacking it off of the glass, allowing Barrow to maneuver the biscuit up ahead. And now Storjahan will go on the attack. Storjahan gets it deep. Maye will pick it up. Right wing side, Kaljan. His one-handed attempt past a River Dragon, unsuccessful. So Barrow at the red line. He'll whip it across. How about that dangle from Jemayev to create some more time and space. His lay to the blue misses Colton and Thornton. So Thornton will backtrack, use the wall at center, and Jemayev gets a deflection on it. Here's Lowell. Jesse Lowell wears number 27. His pass goes awry, and now a 4-on-2 for the River Dragons. If they hurry, Ryan Hunter pulls up. He's got a man. It's Jemayev, who was a little bit behind him. Greco from below the goal line onto the tape of Gus Ford. Ford receives pressure from the back from Ryan Hunter. He relinquishes possession of the puck. So Greco will go to the far wing. This is Virgili. Milan in a tight space. Greco to the blue line. Shinkarik misses well wide past the glove of Babin. We are exactly halfway through the hockey game. Columbus continuing to apply the pressure inside of the offensive zone, but I believe they may have just been called for a penalty here. We'll find out. Scott Doherty confused, as am I.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
The River Dragons will indeed go to the floor in the core penalty kill. In the box is Scott Doherty. The penalty is 2 minutes for a hold at 10:05. So the floor and decor penalty kill begins right now. The new look Athens Rock Lobsters will get a chance on the power play, and that was a net front deflection from Philip Virgili. He got not one, not two, but three whacks at the goaltender, and Babin has to shake his hand out a little bit. None of the members of the River Dragons in front of the net like that. Telling Philip Virgili, get away from our goaltender. And don't just get away right now. This is the first floor and decor penalty kill for the River Dragons in this game. There's two penalties taken prior to that one. They're both taken in the same moment. Greco and Joel Texmo in the first period. The River Dragons have 10 shorthanded goals this season. They won't get one here as Gus Ford on the attack. Right wing side, Neely to the back door. It deflects away from the intended receiver. Shinkarik will still filter it through the middle. Barrow intercepts, and he will slide it right down the sheet behind McPhail. And wouldn't you know it, 40 seconds already killed off. River Dragons on the floor and decor penalty kill for another 70 ticks. Virgili gets it down deep. Milan evades a stick lift. The shot comes from the wall. Babin was ready. Neely's got it. A between the legs pass to the top. Gus Ford, left side. The captain, Carter Shinkarik. He'll switch places with Ford with just 47 seconds of power play time to go. The River Dragons need a clear here. Shinkarik walks the zone. Ford, the give and go with Shinkarik, who's got it firmly on his forehand. Neely, Shinkarik, Ford, Neely, he shoots, Babin kicks it aside. 1:35 into the penalty kill. Here's Cody Wickline with a shorthanded takeaway onto Shinkarik. He bumps into number 14 and will force Leifers back on him. Gus Ford has one last entry on the power play, and he's been out there the entire minute 50. Ford threads the needle. Maye, one-timer, Milan, it hit a body. Babin is sliding. He winds up at the far post. Ford's got the puck back. Out of the box comes Doherty. Can he get into the play in time? And Babin had to make a save on Milan. The two teams back to 5-on-5. The River Dragons hold off the Rock Lobster power play. Leifers will cycle it far wall. Doherty out of the box and into the play, and he will just toss it into Athens ice. How about that? Without icing the puck, Scott Doherty. This is Leifers with goal. Leifers getting a lot of ice time today. Of course, only 8 forwards for the Rock Lobsters. That's why Croucher playing up front right now. Greco shoots to the net. Deflects off of the mitt of Babin. Scott Doherty still on the ice. He's still fresh, though. He spent 2 minutes in the penalty box. And he'll backhand the pass to the near wing for Brody Thornton, who fakes the slapper and shoot onto McPhail, who makes an awkward glove grab. Oh, Brody Thornton deking out the opposition there. Faked the slap shot, then kept the puck on his forehand, slid to the left, accelerated down the wing. And man, oh man, he caught McPhail off his post. The goaltender fortuitous to catch that one. Let's see if the River Dragons can get a goal here off of this offensive zone face-off. The puck gives Underwood trouble, so Calgin will skate to the net. The puck gave Calgin trouble as he got close to Trevor Babin. So we can play on. Barrow with his head up. He turns it over. This is Calgin. Back door, nobody home. Columbus still has to defend though, and it's the line of Storjahan, Wickline, and Barrow. Baye. Greco picks it up off of the wall. Run around, far corner. Croucher tries to slip to the front. It goes all the way down to McPhail, who's calling for an icing, and he's going to get one. The goals in this game scored by Joel Texmo for the River Dragons. He got Columbus on the board 5:25 into the game. Then Josh Colton at 18:45 of the first period, both of those goals at even strength. Most recently, just 19 seconds into the middle frame. While the two teams were skating four aside, it was Garrett Milan. Pereira, Milan, goal line, to the front, taken by Tyler Barrow. Barrow wears number 8, the league leader in points, 98. Chasing down Justin McDonald for the most goals, or most points rather, in a single season in franchise history, which is 117, as Ford misses well high over Babbitt's glove. Barrow, Wickline. Barrow's got it back. High slot, and McPhail squeezes everything right up. The shots on goal here in this middle frame, 13-5 Athens. They've had a response from the River Dragons' domination of the first period. They have the only goal here of the second. Ryan Hunter receives support in Fortin, but Pereira will step up to center ice. He'll filter a feed down low. Leafers takes a hit, and now Columbus has possession back. It's Hunter with Jemayev and Fortin. Hunter hit, that's a penalty on Athens. Once Carter Shinkarik touches the puck, the River Dragons will go to the Public's power play. In the box is Jonathan Bartuccio Pereira. That's one of the new names for Athens since the last time Columbus saw the Lobsters. Alex Dorjahan will take the face-off. He wins it. But hot on the puck off the hop was Calgin. He'll get the clear himself. Underwood gets it to the red line, and he will begin his coast-to-coast approach as he was checked up high. Meanwhile, the puck given away. The net is vacated, and Wickline missed over McPhail. Oh, my. Underwood, left point. Right point, Barrow. Storjahan puts his glove back on. One-timer, Underwood. He misses the cage. McPhail did not have his stick cleanly in his grasp. After the Rock Lobsters cleared that puck, he had made an adjustment to his paddle. 45 seconds gone by on the Public's power play. Here are the numbers. 27% efficient man advantage. That'll play. We'll have to wait until this media timeout comes to a close to see the rest of the power play, which has 67 seconds left on it.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cooks Pest Control.
The River Dragons leading the Rock Lobsters 2-1 with 4:10 on the clock here in the first period. In the second period, I should say. The first period saw 2 goals for the River Dragons. The Rock Lobsters have responded with one of their own here in the second. Columbus now on their first power play of the game. .410 left on the clock officially, so let's put 2 more seconds on the power play clock. Second unit on for the Dragons. It's Ryan Galvin, Alexander Jemayev, Scott Doherty, Josh Colton, and Brody Thornton. Colton had pinched up. So as a result, the Rock Lobsters get the clear down the ice. 1:10 gone by on the 2-minute minor penalty to Jonathan Bartuccio Pereira. Columbus gets the puck behind McPhail. Croucher has trouble with the biscuit. Greco has the puck bleed back to him though, and the former Dragon will dump it down on to Trevor Babin. Babin one-hands it along for a teammate. Speed kills, and here it is in the form of Brody Thornton. Thornton rings it around the dasher. At the half boards, Colton will keep it moving. Milan's slap clear unsuccessful. So Jemayev, left wing wall to the top. Thornton, Jemayev's got it back. A give and go with Brody, who shoots through traffic. Accelerating for the rebound was Colton. He missed it. The River Dragons power play now over, but they score anyway! It's Alexander Jemayev! 3-1 Columbus! Nobody in the mid-slot to pick up Alexander Jemayev. And he sent a sizzling shot into the back of the net. The River Dragons' 2-goal lead that they had at the beginning of the period is restored thanks to number 71. Not a Publix power play goal. So for Alexander Jemayev, that's his 13th goal of the season. This will be no icing, as getting to the puck first will be Cody Wickline. McPhail has to come out of his net. It's lifted off of the high glass into the grasp of Milan. And now Milan with Ford. Ford the dangle on the backhand, and Babin said to Gus Ford, get out of here with that one. The goal for the River Dragons comes at 17:03 of the second period. It's Alexander Jemayev, assisted by Josh Colton. Colton with now a goal and 2 assists today. Scott Doherty, the secondary helper. River Dragons take possession off of the face-off inside of the defensive zone. The feed for Barrow did not get to center. So Milan will wheel, drift to the left, forward, he'll hop, slide to the right, try to pick the top corner past Babin, and he hit the crossbar. The lights come on, the River Dragons still on the attack, and the club save made by McPhail. I mean, how do you not shut the lights off when you know the other team is coming on the attack? I mean, come on, man. I mean, good on the officials to not blow the play dead. Good on the officials. Let Barrow continue his forward progress into the offensive zone. I mean, I know the puck hit the crossbar, but that one wasn't really all that close, if we're being honest. Outside of the post, if anything. I believe there was a college hockey game in which a similar situation transpired, and that happened in overtime. Oh my gosh, without energetic, I get on the call, I would have lost it. I'm telling you. It was a 3-on-1 in overtime, and they just shut the lights off. I mean, sometimes your best defender is not your goaltender or any of the 6 on the ice. It's your own arena. And Barrow never stopped. Barrow saw the light show going on. He said, I'm going to the net. McPhail didn't catch it cleanly. I don't blame McPhail for not being able to catch it cleanly. It would be difficult for me to see a black puck with black and red flashing lights too. Oh my. Meanwhile, Virgili. He completely whiffs on a pass. Jemayev was all over him. Pereira will have to retreat. He'll stretch it up for Neely. That's a good pass. Neely all wrapped up at the wall by Colton, but Neely's got support in Virgili, who still gets it to the slot. But now Columbus will work out with numbers. This is Fortin with Hunter. Hunter shoots to the net. Deflected by Jemayev. Jemayev gloves it down to himself. Kaljan the attempted clear. Taken by Hunter. He looks behind him. Sends a feed for Jemayev, looking for his second of the period. The puck blocked by Fortin, who had gotten held up. How is there no call there? Oh, goodness. And now there's going to be a call there because Gus Ford got rung down. I mean, it's incredibly disappointing. The River Dragons work so hard inside of the offensive zone with their best shift of the game, I would argue. Brady Fortin clearly gets held up in between the circles. The referee in the near corner looking right at him, does not lift his arm. The puck comes to Ford in the neutral zone, and Ford goes down like a ton of bricks, and now the River Dragons are on the penalty kill. I mean, it's unbelievable. Incredibly disappointing. Very seldom do I let my frustration get to me, but that one got to me. Ryan Hunter's going to the penalty box. Now, I'm not saying the penalty on Hunter was not valid, but the one on Fortin just a few moments later certainly was too. So here's Milan, a slapper. The puck bounces, side of the net. Neely misses high. Here's Barrow. He'll lead a 3-on-2 rush for the River Dragons shorthanded. Barrow dips and sends for Storjahan, who hit the side of the net. Columbus needs to kill off this power play, or at least the beginning 40 seconds of it before the second period comes to a close. They do well in beginning that. Now it'll be a 2-on-1. This is Barrow. He'll shoot and hit the back glass. He had Storjahan over to the right. Meanwhile, Milan, he'll slip to the slot. An extra poke check will lead Barrow on his horse. Barrow has a man on behind. That's Storjahan. Storjahan across the shot, and Thornton missed far side. Meanwhile, Ford with Milan and Neely. Danger coming. Ford, Milan, deflected between his own legs. Wide of Babbitt. Here's a breakaway for Tyler Barrow. It's a 2-on-0. Barrow shoots, he whiffed, goes across, they score! That goal will not count, I believe. It did come after the 2 seconds came off of the board. Barrow, I do not believe, knew how much time he had on the clock. He only had about 2 seconds when he had attempted the initial shot. He fanned on it. Then a give and go. The puck went in the back of the net, but well after time had expired. That goal will not count. The score remains 3-1 after 40 minutes. Tyler Barrow not content though. He wants a review. Columbus will be shorthanded for 53 seconds when we come back for the third period. What a second period it was. Each team scored once. We'll be right back.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vectorply customer using Vectorply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com, to learn more about Vectorply and our opportunities.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Dude, it's pickleball.
Sorry, force a habit. That was out.
That was the line.
No, it was out.
That was the line.
Ball doesn't lie. Ball doesn't lie, man.
Are we really about to fight at pickleball?
Respect the sport, man. All day. Good job, man.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Hey, it's Bill, your foodie guy, and you know I love food, right? So we've teamed up with Mike and Ed's Barbecue in Columbus on Schaumburg Road and our friends at Pepsi Buffalo Rock to create $1 Wing Wednesday. Look what I've got here. I've got a pile of wings, I've got my celery, and I've got my free Pepsi. I'll see you at Mike and Ed's on Schaumburg Road in Columbus. $1 Wing Wednesday.
A warm welcome back to Athens. Liam Go Time Gotimer here with you. The score is 3-1 Columbus after 40. Allow me to break down the hockey game up to this point. The first goal of the game was scored at 5:25 of the first period. It was Joel Texmo. He scored his first goal since tying the game on Military Appreciation Night on home ice. His fourth goal overall this season, assisted by Josh Colton and Ryan Galvin. Galvin got it to the blue line, Josh Colton took the shot, and the net front presence in Joel Texmo. Texmo, of course, standing at 6'1", made his presence felt in front of Carter McPhail, and he gets the deflection goal to put the River Dragons ahead 1-0. That goal came at even strength. For Josh Colton, that assist accounted for his 27th helper of the season, while for Ryan Galvin, number 28, he's got his 15th apple of the year. At 18:45, with the two teams skating 4 aside, Josh Colton would add a goal to his assist. For Colton, the blue liner now has double-digit goals on the season, 10. His tally in that moment was assisted by Tyler Barrow and Kirk Underwood. This came right after Gus Ford, the newest member of the Rock Lobsters, got a grade A scoring opportunity, and he missed high blocker side past Trevor Babin. And when you have a grade A scoring chance on one end, you're bound to give one up on the other. That's exactly what transpired. Kirk Underwood started it all. He dropped it back to Tyler Barrow, who went to the near post for Josh Colton, who tapped it in. His 17th assist of the season on the secondary apple to Josh Colton's 10th of the year, which once again was scored at 18:45 of the first. So the River Dragons felt quite good about themselves after the opening period of play this afternoon. That's when the second period began. There was still 40 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey to be played at the start of the second period. And Garrett Milan took advantage of that open space by tickling the twine at 19 seconds. For Garrett Milan, number 10, has his 30th goal of the season, assisted by Gus Ford, who now has 14 points as a Rock Lobster. That was his 7th point as a member of the Crustaceans. While the secondary assist went to Devin Maillet, the defenseman who wears number 19. 27 assists for Maillet. That's now 30 points for number 19. So the score was 2-1, and it was 2-1 early. The Rock Lobsters had a near sold-out crowd behind them, a ton of energy to go along with it. And they got a few scoring chances towards Trevor Babin, but the River Dragons were able to maintain their composure, weather the storm, and restore their 2-goal lead at 17:03, where right after a power play had concluded, Alexander Jemayev, number 71, would find the back of the net, his 13th goal of the season. Jemayev had a goal on Saturday night in Florence, a shorthanded goal on the breakaway. Tonight, he blisters a bomb high over Carter McPhail. Who set him up? It was Josh Colton, number 5. He's got a 3-point game. Colton with a goal and 2 assists. Scott Doherty with the secondary helper on the most recent goal for the River Dragons, which once again came at 17:03 of the second period. For Doherty, that was his 7th point this season. He's now got 9 points, 2 goals, 7 assists, with today being game number 15 for Doc this season. The shots on goal in that second period officially 14-9 Athens. 27-27 for the game. The goaltenders, Carter McPhail has made 24 saves on 27 shots, while Trevor Babin has made 26 saves on the same amount of shots for the River Dragons, with Barney Slayton backing them up. The River Dragons once again today without a slew of players. They do not have Lucas Texmo. They do not have Kyle Moore, number 15. They are without goaltender Tyler Roy. They are without Skate Scaldi, who's serving game 1 of a 3-game suspension. They are without Mike Wynn, number 44, and still without Yaroslav Yevdokimov, who has not played a game with the club since January the 31st. Yaro remains with the Utah Grizzlies of the ECHL. The shots on goal leaders through 40 minutes of play for the River Dragons, they are led by, I'll let you take a guess. Tyler Barrow. He leads the league in points, he leads the league in goals, he leads the River Dragons in shots today, and he nearly had a goal right at the end of the second period. Just needed 2 more seconds, maybe 1 more second. The leader on the other side for the Crustaceans, 4 shots on goal for both Garrett Milan and Eli Leifers and Eric Neely. So 3 players with 4 shots for Athens. Of course, the Rock Lobsters playing with just 8 forwards today, shorthanded up front. Columbus shorthanded on the back end and in between the pipes. But they've got their guy, Trevor Babin, who has made 26 saves through 40 minutes. With that, I'm going to send it to a commercial timeout. Then when we come back, we'll take another look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin, and a peek at the standings entering play today around the FPHL.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Back here in Athens, Liam Gotimer here with you. The score is 3-1 Columbus. Though the River Dragons will be on the floor in the core penalty kill for 53 seconds. Ryan Hunter in the penalty box for Columbus. Prior to the commercial timeout, I promised the out-of-town scoreboard, which as always is presented by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. River Dragons and the Rock Lobsters, the only game ongoing at the moment. Games yet to get underway. The Biloxi Breakers and the Twin City Thunderbirds. That game being played in Winston-Salem. The puck drops at 6:05 p.m. The Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Watertown Wolves. That game begins at 7 p.m. Watertown on home ice. Topeka and the Port Huron Prowlers. The Scarecrows and Port Huron begin at 7:05. The Prowlers on home ice for that game. The Monroe Moccasins and the PD Ice Cats did not play last night. The puck will drop at 7:15, or so we think. The Baton Rouge Zydeco and the Blue Ridge Bobcats, that game begins at 7:30. Blue Ridge, I should say, at home. Anxiously waiting to see Kevin Sabat in a Blue Ridge Bobcat uniform. The Binghamton Black Bears and the Indiana Sentinels. Binghamton, the visitor tonight in Columbus. No, not that Columbus. Columbus, Indiana. That's your slate of games around the FPHL today. The Rock Lobsters lead the Continental Division by 8 points. That's the deficit that the Monroe Moccasins try to make up. River Dragons have 87 points, 15 points behind the Moccasins. PD in 4th, Twin City in 5th, Baton Rouge in 6th, and Biloxi in 7th. The Empire dominated by the Empire. Indiana in last, Blue Ridge making their approach up the standings. Still quite a bit of ways away from second place and the Port Huron Prowlers. For now, please enjoy part 404 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee featuring Trevor Babin.
What pride do you have, Trevor, in bringing the fans to their feet when you play on home ice? Whether you're on the road or at home, it's always a spectacle, but especially when you're at the Columbus Civic Center. It just seems like the relationship that you have with the fans is like no other. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, honestly. I just give thanks to everybody that does support me, and it's truly a blessing to even have my name known by people. And I would have never thought, even in the FPHL, that I'd be as big as I am, So it's definitely humbling, and I thank and appreciate everybody that's been by my side through anything, whether you're cheering for a different team or, again, here at the Civic Center, which is great.
You make a save, like a glove save, you're just so locked in. Like, even if it's just a shot from the line where there's no traffic in front, like you are watching that straight into the glove. Just talk to me about just that focus and that, again, just that laser sharp mindset that you have. Again, it's not a grade A look, you know, but it seems like you approach it as if it's a grade A look, even if it's something weak and not dangerous.
I think I got used to all the times in Delaware and stuff like that where everything was a grade A chance. But
Gotcha. Okay.
no, just definitely, again, all the stuff off the ice that helps you stay mentally focused, and and that could be really anything. But yeah, just doing all the little things, and definitely probably the race simulator helps, playing that every day, you know, but keep the reaction time up and, you know, everything. But it's, yeah, just staying on top of the little things and staying consistent, and it just helps with all those things that you want to do during a game, and yeah.
Trevor, what car do you drive in the racing simulator, or is it?
It all depends. So I'll play like Formula One, Gran Turismo, and obviously F1, that's just all the formula cars. But Gran Turismo, there's the GT cars, the supercars. There's you can drive your road car, you know, all that type of stuff. So just all depends what kind of racing you're doing and all that stuff. So
What car would you pick for me?
for you,
Yeah, what car do I give off? No.
you give off like an all-white Volkswagen Tiguan.
Come on,
you're rolling
man.
in that bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse my mouth, sorry.
All right, well, that'll do it for episode 5 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee featuring goaltender Trevor Babin. But before we close this out, it's time for a tradition. Trevor, dance move or a joke? I'll let you go first.
Dance move or a joke? What do I want to do? I'll hit the whip on him. There we go.
Oh,
Now you're up. Go
that's
ahead.
one I pulled out earlier in the season.
Oh.
How about,
Did you hit it as hard as me, though?
should we see who could hit it harder? How about we both do the same move? Come on.
Oh, that was...
Volkswagen Tiguan, right?
that screamed Volkswagen Tiguan.
Well, for Trevor Babin, my name is Liam Gotimer. This has been episode 5 of Chatting on the Chattahoochee. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and Trevor, say it with me. Let's go River Dragons.
I said Dragons.
You said Dragons. That worked.
On the clock, both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Athens Rock Lobsters for regulation period 3 of 3 this afternoon. Before the period begins, attention Dragons fans, it's time to head back to the future. The Turn Back the Clock merch collection has officially landed. Don't be the only one at the rink without that classic retro look. We've got fresh hoodies, tees, and gear for the kids available right now at ourdragonsmerch.com. Inventory is moving fast, so secure your gear today and get ready to rock the barn on Saturday, March 28th. That's ourdragonsmerch.com. Get it before it's gone. And River Dragons fans, listen up. Up for grabs right now on Dash is a one-of-a-kind collector's item. A Hunter Bersani game-worn Hockey Town jersey signed by your entire River Dragons roster. Scan that QR code if you want to take it home. Entries start at just $10. Don't wait. Get your entries in now. These are the jerseys you usually see only during practice, but tonight we brought them to center ice. We've also brought Alex Storjahan to center ice. The puck has been trapped. We are underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the third. Garrett Milan opened up the scoring in the second period, just 19 seconds in. He'll come into the offensive end. Alongside him is Gus Ford. Milan ridden down to the ice. Ford will slip it back for Neely to the back door, and oh my goodness, Trevor Babin. He was ready for that one. Like white on rice. Shorthanded Barrow was robbed at a goal at the end of the second period. He's got the puck behind McPhail, who tries to squeeze the pads and keep it out, which he does. Can't get enough of that save from Trevor Babin. You think you have a look at the back door? You think you have a man wide open? Nope. Not if Babs has anything to say about it. Even though he compared me to a white Volkswagen Tiguan. Slapper from Colton, that's a chatting on the Chattahoochee reference. Colton defends the rush here. This is Jesse Lowell, who wears number 27. Out of the box comes Doherty. There's a pass in front, and Babin got a piece with his glove. And the puck may have deflected off of the crossbar. Excuse me, that was Hunter out of the box as the River Dragons are offside.
Looking for your favorite Christian contemporary mix all day, every day? For over 30 years, the Joy FM has been serving the Southeast, helping you find joy. Tune in to 88.9, The Joy FM, helping you find joy.
So Columbus gets step one of winning this hockey game in regulation completed successfully. That's killing off the remainder of the Rock Lobster power play to begin the period. Now you have 18 minutes and 55 seconds of even strength hockey. Or so, I think. You never know. To hold on to this 2-goal lead. McPhail will try and play it out of the zone without playing it up over the glass and into the crowd. That would be a delay of game penalty. Puck rolled around from the near side corner to the far side corner. Taking a hit to make a play was Thornton. He took that hit. Now he's going to make that play as he's double teamed. Greco cannot funnel the puck away from Thornton. Finally, as 3 players come to Brody, the Rock Lobsters take the puck. No icing here, so Babin gets a touch of the biscuit with his stick. Calgin and Galvin go into the corner. Maye throws a bump onto Thornton, and a headhunter misses Babin's helmet by just a tad. We're 2 minutes into the third period. Joel Texmo already with a goal tonight. He loses possession, and now Virgili at center. Near side wing, pow to the net, gloved by Babin. He stays standing on his skates to catch that one. I've not seen much of Kyle Powell in this game. He and Scott Doherty say hello. Here's Philip Virgili, number 17 on your screen. He won a game in a shootout earlier this year in this building against the River Dragons. Galvin into the dot. Opposing him is Milan. Galvin wins it back cleanly away from the FPHL's MVP last year. So Nathan Balkwill out of Coldwater, Ontario. For Scott Doherty out of Oakville, Ontario. Sent around by Samaro. McPhail plays it off of the glass again. That will send Milan rushing north. Galvin, though, the centerman, makes the defensive play, and now we'll go tape to tape for Joel Texmo, who had his forward progress stopped by Athens. Into the corner, Neely goes. Behind the net, Milan slips right by Samaro, who has him watched well. Pass intended for Pereira hits Joel Texmo. Samaro's attempted clear. Kept in at the line by Milan, but how about the support from Galvin? Doherty hauled down. No call there. Okay. Pereira takes a hit from Colton. Leafers takes one from Underwood. Leafers brought down, easier said than done, knocking down the big body of Eli Leafers. Leafers will have to get himself onside, which he does. Right when he does that, the puck's sent in behind Babin. So Josh Colton through the middle. Reaching to try and pick it up was Cody Wickline, who already has 2 breakaways in this game. Stonewalled by McPhail both times. Storjahan to the front. Wickline lets it go to the back. Underwood will drift to the wall. Shooting is Wickline, looking for a tip from Storjahan. May have gotten one. And with 4 minutes to go here in the third period, I'd like to give a special shout out to all of the River Dragons fans watching this afternoon's game at the Loft. Hope you're enjoying. As behind the net, a pass to the front, comes to the line where Shinkarik will shoot. It hit goal. We look to the referee for a penalty. Storjahan, a give and go with Wickline. Onside, Wickline for Storjahan. played away. This will be an icing, though, on Athens.
Icing on the play, brought to you by Livewire Athens. Party like a VIP, only at Livewire Athens.
Columbus will return to action on Friday and Saturday night on home ice when they host the Monroe Moccasins. That could be a playoff preview. 2 plays 3, 1 plays 4. Top 4 teams in each division make the postseason. Here is Brody Thornton shooting. That waffle boarded away by McPhail. And, you know, with that format, I think that the Rock Lobsters are going to have a tough test in the first round. Most likely, they will face the PD Ice Cats in round number 1. Monroe could still take over first place, but they're 8 points behind right now. A few games in hand, though, Monroe over Athens. Face-off win for Jemaev. Hunter was unable to let it rip in time, so this will be a breakaway for Neely. He missed high. Here is Jemaev. He's got Fortin driving to the net. Jemaev will shoot. McPhail makes a stick save. He'll move it along from the far side, which is where his stick was, to the near side corner. Picked up by number 3, that being Luke Croucher, but he couldn't get past the River Dragons standing their ground inside of the defensive zone. So now Samaro with the puck on his forehand and a glove save made by McPhail. He came sliding all the way out of the crease to take away potentially a goal for Justin Samaro. Let's head to immediate timeout.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
River Dragons fans, up for grabs right now on Dash is a one-of-a-kind collector's item, a Hunter Bersani game-worn Hockeytown jersey signed by your entire River Dragons roster. These are the sweaters you usually see during practice, but tonight we brought them to center ice. Want to take them home? Entries start at just $10. Pull out your phones, open the Dash app, or scan that QR code for your chance to win a true piece of the game. Don't wait, get your entries in now. Off the face-off win for the Rock Lobsters, Greco will move it from one corner to the other. Doherty was hot on it. Galvin's got the puck at the left dot. They look to let it rip. Closed off before getting to McPhail. So Ford, a give and go with Milan. Ford's got it behind the net. Lowell near wall. Straight on, Greco, that took a tip from Milan. May have taken one from Ford too. Gavin was ready for it. Milan's got the puck back. Milan, the pass for Ford right in front, and he missed the net again. How many grade A scoring chances does Gus Ford need in this game to not miss the net? There's Milan with one. The first line for the Rock Lobsters active on this shift, but Joel Texmo with some fresh legs will sidestep Greco, get to his own puck behind McPhail. He's still got it. He tries to stuff it in. McPhail has no idea where the biscuit is. Storjahan's got it far corner. Storjahan on the backhand to the blue. This is Colton. Save made by McPhail. He's down. And he gets some help from his defense. Brody Thornton, though, gloves it down to himself at the left point. Columbus has kept it in and coughed it up. And Lowell at the end of his shift, will frustratingly roll it in around Babin. Delayed penalty. This is going to be on the Rock Lobsters. Michael Greco goes to the box. Columbus to the floor in the court penalty kill. Or excuse me, to the Public's power play. Brain fart, sorry, it happens. Columbus to the Public's power play. There we go. Into the box, Mike Greco. He's leading the Rock Lobsters in penalty minutes. Barrow, goal line, wick line. Remember, Alex Storjahan, his next goal will set the franchise record for most goals. Barrow winding up for the one-timer. He takes it. McPhail closes the pads on it. 15 seconds gone by on the power play. Underwood, Hunter! Shaft save made by McPhail, keeping his team in the game with that one. Hunter one more time. Barrow, Storjahan. The Rock Lobsters did well to protect the house there. Storjahan goes to the top. Underwood, Barrow, Hunter, fires, misses the net, and out of the zone it goes. Columbus had Athens back on their heels, though. We'll see if Barrow tries to come right back in, which he does. Barrow will use the carom that comes off of the corner boards. Slap pass from Underwood to Barrow. Goes off of his tape and into the lower bowl. Hope everybody is all right. The 7th or 8th row up from ice level. At this time, I'd like to thank Mateen and the entire crew here in Athens for welcoming the River Dragons and myself with open arms all season. Of course, this will be the last time the River Dragons are at the Aikens Arena, at least during the regular season. And all the broadcasters in the FPHL, we really are a family, and Mateen adds to that. Go watch one of his games when you get a chance. He is excitable. And I am a broadcaster who can appreciate another broadcaster who brings excitement. So Doherty to Colton. Doherty did not get 100% of that slap shot to the net. Second unit on for Columbus. Jemayev already with a goal today, and it came at the end of a power play. Colton could not keep the puck in at the blue. So Doherty collects outside of the red line. He's got Brody Thornton, who will bank it off of the end boards, and it's one-handed for Jemayev. Jemayev keeps it down deep. He's got the puck. His pass for Thornton, though, misses him. And the power play for the River Dragons has just 10 ticks to go. Galvin with one last chance. Galvin will pirouette. Greco out of the box, and oh boy, this will be a 3-on-1. This is Neely with Greco. Neely, the pass, flubbed it. Milan was there too. Greco will get physical with Jemayev, but the puck deflects off of a broken stick inside of the River Dragons zone. That allows Columbus to get a line change. 9:05 gone by here in the third. No goals for either team. The River Dragons outscored Athens 2-0 in the first. Each team found the back of the net once in the second. Neely fights through a check. Behind the net, the forward out of Warminster Township, Pennsylvania. His pass for forward, Alex Storjahan, the stick lift. Storjahan with Barrow and Wickline. Barrow has his stick lifted by a Rock Lobster. That was Pereira. Good defensive play there by number 63. Pereira's got the puck on the offensive. Babin gets his blocker up to stop that. Storjahan for Wickline. It's a 2-on-0. Wickline, Samuro, Wickline, blocker save made by McPhail. Oh, how many times does Cody Wickline need to get robbed? Storjahan scores! There it Dragon has more goals than number 4. That's his 98th. Grab that puck. Congratulations to Alex Storjahan. He's done it. He's all alone atop the goal scoring list in River Dragon franchise history. And with that goal, it's a 17-game point streak for Alex Storjahan and an 18-game point streak for Tyler Barrow. We'll be right back to the tank.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
The River Dragons have a 4-1 lead over the Rock Lobsters with 9:46 to play here in the final frame. Tonight, the 8th and final meeting of the season between the two teams. The Rock Lobsters in the offensive zone. Shot towards Babin. He made the save. Here's Devin Maye, left point. To the net, glove down by Jemayev. Jemayev will start up a 3-on-2 with Fortin and Hunter. The pass from Jemayev a little bit too hot for Fortin. Alex Storjahan playing in his 216th game as a River Dragon today. 238 points entering the contest. Here's Liefers, far side corner. The River Dragons looking to lock it down now. This is a depleted Rock Lobster group, just 8 forwards today. The goal for Storjahan comes at 10:02. It's Alex Storjahan, his 23rd goal of the season, assisted by Justin Samaro, number 23, and Cody Wickline, number 10. So Columbus this afternoon has 4 goals from 4 different goal scorers. Joel Texmo, Josh Colton, Alexander Jemayev, Alex Storjahan. Trevor Babin so far today has made 33 saves on 34 Rock Lobster shots, make it 34 saves on 35 attempts. This will be an icing on the River Dragons.
Icing on the play, brought to you by Livewire Athens. Party like a VIP, only at Livewire Athens. Fans, grab some friends and head over to Fox's Pizza Den to take on the Rock Lobster Pizza Challenge. Do you have what it takes to break the record? Call 678-661-0220 for more information.
Storjahan wins the puck back. He must be on cloud 9 right now. His team up 3 goals. His the most recent.
Today's home match is presented by Roto Rooter, family owned and operated and trusted for over 90 years. Roto Rooter, the Waco Troubles Valley Training. Athens, Georgia, in 1-1 face-off zone.
The puck goes out of play after that faceoff. An interesting development within the Continental Division. Dominic Marcinkiewicz has signed in the SPHL with the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. That's one of the two Latvian forwards. I wonder if Patrick's will join him. Just putting that out there. I'm sure Rock Lobster fans would love to hear that. Of course, the Ice Cats more than likely their first round opponent. At center ice, this is Eric Neely. He drives past everybody, but he's hooked right up by Brody Thornton. That'll be a penalty. Neely down onto the seat of his pants. The Rock Lobsters go to the power play with 7:20 on the clock. Here's a look at the replay. Thornton dropped the stick, but not before Neely went slide. So Columbus to the floor in the core penalty kill. Virgili. Goal line, Neely. The pass back for Virgili, read well by Hunter. He's got Jemayev up the ice. And Jemayev, who had a shorthanded goal last weekend in Florence, will get it behind McPhail. Kill of this power play, the River Dragons can really put a stranglehold over winning this game in regulation. 40 seconds gone by on the penalty kill as Babin got to that puck at the last second. Forward to the blue, he receives a give-and-go pass with Shinkarik. Shinkarik boots it to himself. He had Jemayev all over him, but still filtered it for Ford. There's a turnover, though. Jemayev on the backhand will get the puck into the air, and it's whacked out of midair by Shinkarik halfway through the power play for the Rock Lobsters. Gus Ford again, left wing side. He'll throw a snow shower onto a River Dragon. That was Samaro. Samaro didn't mind that. He just threw a shove onto number 25, took the puck, got the clear. Job well done. Here's Milan. He'll drive past Samaro in the same spot. From the left to the right, a block from Colton. Man, just a clinic for the River Dragons today. Storjahan comes together with Ford. He wins the battle. Barrow could not let it rip, so he'll wind up in the far corner, try to pass immediately to Storjahan. This is Milan. The dangle around Colton to the back door, and Babin said no. The puck is still loose. Babin makes sure to push it away with his skate, and out to the neutral zone it goes. The River Dragon is down in a ton of pain. Next to Trevor Babin. I do not want to speculate. I think I see a 4. Right now, Babin onto a knee. The athletic training staff has come out. The River Dragons wearing their Hockeytown jerseys today, so no names on the back, and that is Alex Storjahan. Wonder if Alex Storjahan took a stick up high or something of the sort. He's back up onto his skates and receives a hand from the fans here at the Aikens Arena. You love to see the sportsmanship, truly. I wonder what it was that got Storjahan. I was focused on Trevor Babin making his bid for the #1 save of the week. Well, that will be the #1 save of the week because that's the only game of the week. Come on, Liam. You're better than that. Jacob Snellenberg and Tyler Roy. Also a part of last week's Save of the Week, which is on our YouTube channel right now. River Dragons are at full strength. The 4 at the core penalty kill is over. No loss of manpower after that connection to Storjahan. So in the final 5 minutes of regulation, we will skate 5-on-5. Doherty is hit along the dasher inside of the defensive zone. The puck comes to the neutral zone, and Ryan Galvin will dump it down to McPhail. McPhail's given up 4 goals today, 28 saves on 32 shots. Trevor Babin has stopped 36 shots for the River Dragons on the other side of the ice. So here's Josh Colton, number 5, 3-point game for Colts. A goal and 2 assists. And continuing the lunch chronicles with Liam and Josh, got some Firehouse subs today with Brody Thornton, as we have an icing on the River Dragons. We'll go to a commercial timeout. I think that's the hockey gods telling me to stop talking about your food choices. We'll be right back.
All right, here's the game plan. Tickets, food, drinks. You forgot popcorn. Popcorn, please. I'm talking about the family 4-pack.
That's a new play?
Even better. 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 Chick-fil-A entrees, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns, all for just $40. Boom!
Did somebody say boom? Coach, can families run that play too? Only if they act fast. Clock's ticking.
The family 4-pack, 4 tickets, $40. We'll see you at the rink. Let's go, Dragons.
The Columbus River Dragons are back inside of the Lair on Friday, March 27th and Saturday, March 28th, as the club takes on the Monroe Moccasins. The puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday, where we wear red, remembering everyone deployed. Then on Saturday, the puck drops at 7:05 p.m. with the atmosphere expected to be electric. Get your tickets at the Columbus Civic Center box office now or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score! Let's go, Dragons!
An amazing afternoon for the River Dragons, bar none. 4:21 to play in the third. The club got off and running early in this game with 2 goals in the first period. Joel Texmo and Josh Colton in the second. Alexander Jemayev in the third. Alex Storjahan cemented his place all alone atop the list of goal scorers in franchise history. His 98th passes Austin Doe. Here's Milan. He'll slide right around Colton, but ran out of real estate as he got to the goal line. Ryan Hunter will toss it into neutral zone ice. Fortin will fight for it ahead of Maillet. Fortin applies the stick pressure, forces Maillet to make a pass through the middle that Ryan Hunter nearly picked off. Here is Shinkarik for Milan. Milan winds up behind the net. He'll take a lap. Straight on. The shot and save made by Babin. That was Jonathan Cuccio Pereira. Milan gives it up to Hunter. Fortin waits for Jemayev. Oh, man. A very close offside. Fortin could have been robbed of his first professional point. That was a nifty feed at the line, and he did all he could to keep himself and his team onside. The linesman had other ideas. To everybody who has streamed today's game on YouTube Live, or of course are watching at the Loft, thank you so much. Samaro on his knees, he'll get it to the far dasher. Barrow fakes the slapper, sends a pass on his forehand that gets blocked by Neely. But the River Dragons will punch it back into Rock Lobster ice. Pereira. With 3:18 to go. Virgili, left wing side, Babin. Save.
Fans, stay up in the game for 3 stars in the game presented by 23 Design. It's your chance to win a limited edition Rock Lobsters t-shirt. Learn more at 23design.com.
The Rock Lobsters have the Twin City Thunderbirds up next. 2 games on the road in Winston-Salem next Friday and Saturday night. That's when the River Dragons will be back at home, taking on the Monroe Moccasins. River Dragons and the Moccasins split the last time they played in Columbus. An overtime game-winning goal for Kyle Moore, who's not in the lineup today. Once again, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that very well could be a playoff preview. So Philip Virgili, a nifty pass for Ford. Blue line, Maye. Calgin couldn't knock it down. Now the River Dragons off to the races. It's Storjahan with Wickline and Barrow. Wickline, Barrow, Storjahan, score! Two goals today for Alex Storjahan. It's 5-1 River Dragons. With 2:31 to play in regulation, the fans are headed to the exits here at the Aikens Arena. That passing right there, that goal in total, is a result of complete chemistry between 3 players. I mean, it is just unreal. Game after game, Wickline, Storjahan, and Barrow, it's like they were meant to play with each other. Shinkarik from the corner to the slot. Croucher, no time to shoot. We've got 120 seconds to play. The River Dragons will win this game, and they will end their 3-game slide. Shinkarik from a sharp angle. Goes off the side of the goal. Brody Thornton picks it up. With 95 seconds left. Thornton to the near wing, Doherty, he's tied up. Texmo a back pass. Thornton will shoot from center ice. Gloved by McPhail and frozen. The goal for Storjahan comes at 17:29, assisted by Tyler Barrow and Cody Wickline at even strength. 5 goals for Columbus today, all at even strength. Now, if the River Dragons can mix in some more even strength scoring on top of that 27% efficient power play, they may be the toughest out the Continental Division has to offer in the playoffs. Because that's when those 2 things are elevated, the importance of them. To have a power play operating at near 30%. But further than that, a month out from the playoffs, to be able to take down the division leader in their barn by 4 goals, and all 5 of your tallies have come at even strength, that is an impressive display. Kirk Underwood back on it inside of the defensive zone. He'll lay it only as far as the line where Pereira will turn it over to Samaro. 2-on-1 incoming. Hunter with Jemaev. Hunter shoots. McPhail closes everything up. How did he make that save? Rock Lobsters will lose just their 9th game of the season. They'll fall to 32-9-0-3-4. Athens entered tonight's game on an 8-game winning streak. That is over. Blue line, Balkwell will back it up. At center, he'll get it deep. Powell has the puck wobble on him a little bit. He'll still lead Shinkarik. This is Leafers. This is the net. This game is over. The River Dragons win by a final score of 5-1 over the Rock Lobsters on the road in the final head-to-head meeting this season between the two teams. A quick recap of the contest before I let you go. The first goal of the game was scored at 5 minutes and 25 seconds. It was Joel Texmo, assisted by Josh Colton and Ryan Galvin. For Joel Texmo, that his 4th goal of the season. And for Josh Colton, that his first of 3 points on the night. At 18:45, Columbus would extend their advantage from 1 to 2. It would be Josh Colton would score the goal, his 10th of the year, assisted by Tyler Barrow and Captain Kirk Underwood. In the second period, the Rock Lobsters would score their only goal of the game, and it came at 4-on-4, 19 seconds in. Garrett Milan from Gus Ford and Devin Maillet. In the second period, the River Dragons would score once themselves, Alexander Jemayev, assisted by Josh Colton and Scott Doherty. In the third, Columbus would score twice, both goals to Alex Storjahan. His first of 2 set the record for the most goals in franchise history, passing Austin Doe with his 98th. Congratulations to Alex Storjahan. Storge's first goal of 2 of the afternoon was scored at 10:02 of the third, assisted by Justin Samaro and Cody Wickline. Then Storjahan would score again at 17:29 with just 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go in regulation time. Storjahan assisted by Tyler Barrow and Cody Wickline. For Storjahan, he scores his 23rd and 24th goals of the season. He now has a 17-game point streak, looking up at just Tyler Barrow, who has earned a point in 18 straight games. There were 7 penalties taken in the game, 4 by the River Dragons, 3 by the Rock Lobsters. The goaltender, well, Carter McPhail first for Athens. He makes 30 saves on 35 shots in the losing effort, while Trevor Babin for the River Dragons, he earns the win, making 37 saves on 38 shots, surrendering just 1 goal. Babin improves to 13-5-3. His 2nd straight win over the Crustaceans in this building. With the win, the River Dragons improved to 26-16, 4-3-1. They earn points 88, 89, and 90. They remain in 3rd place in the Continental Division standings. While the Rock Lobsters, with the defeat, they lose just their 9th game of the year. They are now 32-9-0, 3-4. They entered tonight's game on an 8-game winning streak. That is now over. The River Dragons' 3-game losing streak, which had started last weekend in Florence, also has come to an end. The River Dragons' next game will be Friday night, March the 27th. The puck drops at 7:35 from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. It's the Dragons and the Moccasins in a game which could just be a preview of the first round of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Well, for everybody who watched today's game on YouTube Live, Sporfy, and of course at The Loft, thank you so very much. This is Liam Go Time Gotimer saying for the final time this afternoon, the River Dragons win by a final score of 5-1. Until next time, which is Friday night, stay safe, stay well, and as always, let's go River Dragons.